So tell the people where we are right now.
We're in the red zone.
What's the red zone?
Shit, I get physical with it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's wild over here.
Wild over
It's
here.
a dangerous area?
Yeah, very dangerous for sure. This shit every day, you feel me?
A house shot up not once, but twice, shaking neighbors on Detroit's west side.
While visiting that loved one's grave, they found a body. That person called police, and officers from the 8th Precinct came out to investigate.
We protect our hoods where we from, you know what I'm saying? It's my block right here. None of the parents let their kids come out because they still going off of what the block used to be. They haven't accepted what it's becoming. You get what I'm saying? It's like they don't believe it yet. And we genuinely just trying to turn this block into something better than what it used to be. I seen a lot of shootouts and niggas getting popped and dropped, all kind of shit over here, you know what I'm saying?
Detroit, Michigan has long been notorious for being one of America's most dangerous cities. At one point, it was America's murder capital, but as of late, it is ranked somewhere between the 2nd and 5th most dangerous city in the country. But before Detroit became what many call a no-go zone, it was a boomtown. You see, Detroit was the beating heart of America's auto industry, and in the early 1900s, employers like Henry Ford were offering an unheard of $5 a day wages, which sparked a great migration of black families from the Deep South to come north to chase economic opportunity and leave behind the danger and misery of living under Jim Crow laws. And for decades, life was good. Detroit's black community thrived, and many gained middle-class status and real access to the American dream of home ownership and prosperity. But beginning in the 1970s, deindustrialization hit the city hard. Factories closed, jobs vanished overseas, and Detroit spiraled into a financial crisis that lasted for many, many years. However, the Detroit of today has been making a big comeback, but in the hood, good job opportunities are still very hard to find, with most of the time residents needing to leave their neighborhoods just to find decent paying work. So today we dive into the trenches of Detroit and visit 3 different Detroit hoods. We connect with rapper and mogul Icewear Vezzo, Detroit legend Dogg, and rising striker rapper Bad Guy Trak. And we are also joined by a special guest, my dear pal. Alright, we're in Detroit, one of the most nitty-gritty cities in America and in the Midwest. And we're starting this episode off with Dogg. And I like dogs, and big dogs gotta eat, so I feel like the chemistry is perfect. How you guys doing?
You look familiar as hell, bro.
Good to meet you.
He look familiar as hell. Probably seen him on one of the Instagram reels.
What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm Tommy. So tell the people, where are we right now?
M Block, man. 27 days.
A Bronco day, 27 day.
What's Bronco Day?
My brother day. You know, this is day to day.
You had a twin brother?
Yeah.
Identical twin?
Yeah.
Something happened to him though?
Yeah, he got shot by a cop trying to break in the house.
He was trying to break into a retired cop's house?
Yeah.
To rob the place?
I guess, I don't know.
Today is a very special day because he's 32 years old.
32 done. Oh, that nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Let me tell y'all this. Let's celebrate Bronco in heaven like he would celebrate down. Happy 32nd birthday, Bronco.
Everybody free to get drunk today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Bronco. Okay. Everybody say happy birthday, Bronco. Happy birthday, Bronco.
That's one of the realest white boy in America right over there, Brandon Buckingham.
You the Brandon Buckingham.
He's been doing curls.
It's okay though?
You look cool, bro. I fuck with the glasses, the mustache, all that, gang.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? Thanks for having
You got the mic and everything. Yeah, nigga, we sliding, gliding, we ain't motherfucking high. Nigga, son out guns off, you scared, stay your bitch ass in the house. Nigga on Jesus sandals, ask my mama and them. These niggas don't make it to the hospital, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Took the words right out of my mouth. Right?
Yeah.
We're pulling up to Vezzo's neighborhood, who is widely regarded as one of the realest guys in Detroit. Just a guy that the city really loves. He'd be a guy that I want a lot of young men to hear and look up to.
Dig what I'm saying, man.
You have impeccable fashion, you know that?
On the drip side.
For those not familiar, Icewear Vezzo is one of Detroit's biggest rap stars and has done songs with icons like Lil Durk, Kodak Black, and DaBaby. He's also a savvy investor that has leveraged his rapper money into a multi-million-dollar portfolio that includes a large amount of both residential and commercial real estate. Together, we go to the spot where he grew up to learn more about his story. I wouldn't even know what to wear if I was you. You have like stuff that I've never even seen before.
I appreciate that, dog.
So tell me, where'd you take me? Where'd you bring me?
This the house I grew up in right here. You know what it is now? It's a adult home. Older men who don't really know how to take care of themselves, but need somewhere to live, they come and live here and shit. Goo-wop. What's up, doggy? That boy. Check this out. Let me tell you how I met him. This Webbo right here, right? So we was kids and shit. I had a little car. It was a stolen car though. I just met him or whatever. Nigga asked me to use a car. I say, bro, how old is you, bro? He say, I'm 16. So I'm like, all right, bet, go ahead. You know, take that bitch. It is what it is. We thugging. So my homeboy Ghost, he say, bro, why you get him the car? I'm like, shit, that nigga can drive. He's 16. Like, bro, that nigga 13 years old.
I feel like one thing Detroit's known is for finding ways to make money. Like, it's a hustler town.
No, this is though. You know, this is a city of hustlers. This one really like no heavy gang banging type place. We get money, niggas. We main so represent our areas, our neighborhoods, protect our hoods where we from. You know what I'm saying? It's my block right here. It's time for. You ain't no kids outside. None of the parents let their kids come out because they still going off of what the block used to be. They haven't accepted what it's becoming. You get what I'm saying? It's like they don't believe it yet. And we genuinely just trying to turn this block into something better than what it used to be. I seen a lot of shootouts and niggas getting popped and dropped, all kind of shit over here. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, you chill on this motherfucker too long, 100 narco cars pulling up in gang unit, all that. We don't got to deal with that right now because we flipping the whole vibe of what this block represent right now. This block represent growth.
This shit every day. You feel me?
I'm Tommy.
This shit my fault.
Nice to meet you.
I'm bullshit. I'm drunk.
It's all good. It's all good. And you are?
Bad Guy Trak.
Trak is a guy who has his hands in the mix in Detroit. To give you an idea of who he is, here are some shots from some of his music videos.
Don't give a fuck about the cops. We took them bitches on the chase. A nigga talking about the track. He pop out at a nigga place. I been chillin' out the way. Make it hella fucking pay. Told another Drake. Don't hesitate to blow it at your face.
From Detroit, you feel me? 19 years old, turned up with this shit. You know how this shit going. You feel me? We outside.
Okay, introduce your crew for me. Introduce your crew.
Where Twan at? This my nigga Twan, you feel me? My blood cousin. This my nigga Dre right here, you feel me? My nigga Keo, all the guys, you feel me? This bro, you feel me? My sister in here too. Nah, say what up. Say what up. This my sister Tay right there, you feel me? We outside, you feel me? We turned up, we out here. Know what's going on? Bad guys, free Scat, free TJ, free Rail, free Vaughn.
A good amount of the crews having legal troubles?
Yeah. You know, free the guys, you feel me? Little minor bullshit, but we gonna shake back every time. Low-key, I had my older brother Tato that passed away. He used to say it all the time. They had a little, you know, when they was younger, they had they little shit going on and shit. I just carried it on when my brother passed away. You know, that shit really mean a lot to me. We stand tall on it, you feel me? You know how this shit going. All right, what's up, Brandon? You feel me? What's the word? I see some of your videos too.
Hey, thanks for having us out here.
Hell yeah, you know we about to tee up.
We got the big dogs out here. Big dogs gonna eat.
You know, for sure. That shit scared you a little bit.
Loud noises.
You gotta stay on point for sure. We good over here. We good over here, man. You feel me? We straight. You see how we chilling out here?
I'll be honest, I've never been anywhere where they've said we're not good over here.
So you're going live right now. Is that a security concern, do you feel like?
Security. Hold on, security. Hold on.
When people watch things live, you never know.
What the fuck you niggas just say to me?
Do you ever get concerned?
Our location is giving up right now.
Okay, location giving up. Okay.
He was in a situation in Chicago that went very south because of the
shot my cameraman.
This is the story of how I almost died in Chicago.
They shot the white boy, Brandon Buckingham.
The final moments I filmed before we exited the recording studio, and were met by 6 masked gunmen who emptied over 60 rounds at us at close range, injuring 4 people.
The shooting happened right outside of Studios. As a matter of fact, I want you to come take a look at this. One of the bullets pierced this door, and that's not the only one. We found a shell casing on the sidewalk, the same sidewalk where 4 men were shot.
What you think going around this bitch?
Detroit shootings and murders. Danger.
Nah, nigga, my block, nigga. This block, 27 block.
Well, I'm trusting you have it secured, but
this bitch always secured, boy.
Do you guys have any snipers? Because I'd like to know if there's a sniper.
None of that. Ain't nobody coming through here. We don't got beef. We humble niggas. You don't want to beef with us. We got love out here in the streets, bro. Bitch.
I will say this: I've been in 3 different shootouts, and every time people said a very similar sentiment about how we were.
And guess what? Them niggas got ops, and they tell you they had ops. They know they can't be on their block.
We on every house on this block except for probably about 6 houses. Between, you know, me or my brothers and like my family, my cousins and shit, we all used to live over here and we all came back and bought some shit. Yeah. I sold this house, they ain't did shit with this house. This was my first house I ever bought. I bought this house when I was 18.
How much did you buy it for?
I spent $2,500 on that house.
$2,500?
$2,500.
Okay, yeah. How much work did you have to do to fix it up?
I put about $20,000 into it. I did the wrong thing with the crib. It was my first crib. I turned it to a trap house. I spent $10,000 on this crib right here. I put about $50 into it.
The average rent for a house like that?
Anywhere from $900 to $1,100 a month, you heard?
That's an unbelievable deal. First property I ever got, 4-unit building, $157K. Each unit is rented out for $800. Brings in $3,200 a month.
That was a good deal.
Solid deal?
Yeah, because that's long-term money. That's long-term finance. That's a building that you don't sell. You keep that. You know what I'm saying?
It's appreciated well, too.
Exactly, bro. That shit gonna, you know what I mean? The building gonna eventually pay for itself. Then everything after that is just profit.
Have you ever had to deal with, because now you have money, either people think they're gonna get a better deal from your, hey, hook it up, it's family.
Without a doubt. It's always like that.
They see the $1 million paychecks, but they don't see the 50, 60K overhead.
They gotta go into this shit. This shit ain't easy, bro. This shit take a lot of money, bro. Like, that's for everything, though. You know, you gotta still pay for the bitch. You gotta pay for the marketing. You might gotta pay a PR company.
Taxes on that?
Videos, everything. You gotta pay taxes without a doubt. Ain't no way around paying taxes. A lot of rap niggas done went broke because they don't believe in paying them taxes.
When you see how much work you put in, what you survived to get to where you are,
I survived a lot, bro.
And you see 30-35% of your shit getting taken by Uncle Sam, how does that make you feel?
I feel like shit, bro. I don't like it, because in reality, what the fuck is we paying taxes for?
If only the people could unite under one banner.
We'll never unite, though. We'll never unite. We ain't ready for that because it's too much division.
How did you get hip to investing? Did you have a mentor? Did you learn it? How did you figure it all out?
I figured it out mainly on my own, you know, by force. Just my back being against the wall. You heard? It wasn't nothing that I wanted to do. I ain't planning on being no businessman or doing this, that, and the third. It just happened, you know, just natural instincts, just being a hustler.
Are you shooting for a particular number, or are you just kind of in it because of the sport of business?
I'm shooting for that dollar. Yeah, I want that dollar. I need that dollar.
Is business a sport to you?
Yeah, it's fun to me, without a doubt. It's therapeutic for me. It's my fun. It's what I do for fun.
What's the fastest you think you've allegedly gone in a car?
I ain't touched 200 yet, you feel me? That bitch, I'm scared of that shit, you feel me? I did 180 though, 180.
Was that scary?
It wasn't even scary, you feel me? Once you on the clear ass freeway, just dogging that bitch, you'll be straight.
Yeah. You could evaporate going 180 and crashing.
For real, as long as you know how to drive, you'll be straight.
Huge a lot in Detroit. People keep telling me it's on the floor, and then I check the floor and there's nothing there.
What that means is like, you feel me, it's going on. You feel me? On the floor, me like, oh, this shit going on, it's on the floor. You feel me? So like, say, y'all, you checked in with me earlier, you gotta get outside, tell me what, it's on the floor. You feel me? That's what it means.
I don't know, like I didn't bring a dog here, but people are talking about dog shit and stuff.
Dog shit is like paint, you feel me? Like I got a lot of dog shit on me.
Yeah. What was the youngest when you saw something crazy go down?
I was probably about like the age of 8.
8?
See, I was like 8 years old at a Halloween party and shit, feel me? Shit started getting wild in there, you feel me? Shit got crazy in there. I don't want to say too much on the cameras though, you feel me?
I want to ask, how do you guys feel about like the big trend of disrespecting the dead and smoking on?
We don't play that.
We don't do that.
We don't even do it.
We don't do
even if you do it to us, we don't even do it. Now we might come talk to you in our way, and you ain't gonna do it no more. The youngs be doing, the young niggas, YNs do that shit, but we don't diss the deads, man. We smarter than that.
Yeah.
You telling on yourself, gang.
You just launched a song called YNs that was really good.
Yeah, show the young niggas how to get money. Get it off the rebound, we drumming. Shit straight, pull it down, we thumping. Yeah. Switch on the guy, bro, like Trump. I can get a nigga whacked for 100. 10,000 on his head ain't nothing, nigga. Last nigga pulled down talking crack. We had to strip his ass butt naked. 5 seconds quicker than to run it back. If you try to run, we ain't gon' chase. Bitch nigga thought I was talking raps when I say I'm counting all of these faces. Yeah. Hey.
I would say that's one of the best verses we've heard in a long time.
Yeah, gang. That's real street shit, gang.
You need more of that. Rap to me has lost its way. There's not enough people writing good bars and making things happen.
Yeah.
It's exciting to hear that.
Yeah.
You guys remember the app from earlier? Made some money, got the guys some drinks. Make sure you go check it out.
Folks, one last reminder, if you want to get paid playing games on your phone, click the QR code right here or click the top link in the description and get started.
We have fresh and pressed juice, everything 100% organic. When I was coming up, it was a lot of liquor stores, it was a lot of grocery stores, restaurants, everything from people that was living out here and putting businesses in our community and bringing the money back out here. But I said, you know what? When I do my next business, I'm gonna implement those same tactics. I'm gonna come to their community, put a business in their community, and take my money and give it back to the hood. So that's what we're doing. You heard?
If you look at a lot of businesses in the hood, they're owned by people that live outside.
They live outside, and whether they white, black, orange, green, or yellow, you know, it ain't more so a racial thing.
His people.
Alrighty, so here at Fresh and Pressed Juice, we sell 100% organic cold pressed juices, premium smoothies, lattes, acai bowls, and smoothie bowls. So we believe that food should be a delicious treat that leaves you feeling good and that is healthy for you.
What is a big thing, like something that you ran into, like a big mistake you made that you learned from?
My first mistake I ever made was not reading agreement. I also made a mistake in thinking everything was about the money. You know, I put the money before my passion, and then I realized later on, as long as you're passionate at something and you're good at what you do, the money gonna come regardless. Ain't no blueprint to this shit. It's either gonna work or it ain't gonna work. You grind and you keep trying. If the shit don't work, you pick yourself up and you figure something else out.
One thing I'm gonna guess you have in your circle is a lot of trust, because I think the only way you can build a real estate empire, a business empire, is to have a lot of trust in your circle.
At the end of the day, you can't build nothing without a team. You gotta have a team. This ain't my idea, this ain't my plan, this is all my wife. I didn't help her do nothing. All I did was pay for everything. I didn't ask her to see no business plan. I ain't need to see one because I trust her, and trust is an action, and it worked.
The first deal that the record label sent to you that was bad, how bad was it?
It wasn't necessarily a bad record deal. It was just a deal that I didn't do much research on. You know
so you just needed to do your due diligence.
Yeah, I didn't do no due diligence. I didn't understand what ancillary participation meant, a lot of that shit. And I think I took a loss in it to an extent, you know what I mean?
It looks like you guys have some delicious stuff on the menu.
No, this stuff amazing, man.
What's your number one? You're stuck on an island the rest of your life. What are you taking?
So I drink the beet juices. That's all. I drink the 100% beet juice.
Are you worried that your pee ever turns red?
It does. That happened.
Is it scary?
Yeah. No. When I first started drinking beet juice, it did, because I didn't understand what it was.
Did you go check in with a doctor?
No, I asked my wife, and she was like, "It's the beet juice." Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You didn't think you had to clap for
I drank the beet juice.
Because beets are a healthy alternative to red dye number 40, correct?
Absolutely.
Word to my dog RFK Jr.
Hey, you want to know something, bro? I had Robert Kennedy Jr. in my hood.
Oh yes, you were on the campaign trail with him a little bit when he came to Michigan, right?
No, I had him come to me, come to 6 Mile, come to the trenches and link with me. You heard? No man, Big Ice on the east side, on 6 Mile in the middle of the trenches. You know, we got RFK Jr. up here today.
That dude's the real deal.
That's my guy, man. That's a good dude right there. I fuck with RFK Jr. the long way. That's my boy, man.
All right, so we're about to try the Power Up shake right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheers, Tom.
Power up. Oh, I forgot. Y'all do cocaine, right? Mm-hmm. Cause it's cocaine in it. It's like, no, I'm fucking with you.
I prefer Fentanyl, but this is pretty good.
100% healthy.
Cheers,
man.
bro.
Cheers, brother.
Well, I can say right now without a shadow of a doubt, this is delicious.
Keep it 100, gang. Don't cap to the people, man.
I would have no problem telling you, like this is a little bit different. I don't really like it. This is delicious.
This called a doodle right here. You know what I'm saying? We call this a doodle. This a dookie. Ooh. This a little dookie butt. You know what a dookie butt is? A dookie butt is 100 racks.
On the rack?
Yeah, a dookie butt. This is dookie butt right here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I ride with this type of shit on me just because I might fuck around, see something I like a house or something like that, and just buy the bitch. You heard? What you want for the bitch? Let me get the bitch right now. I want the bitch right now. You heard? Let's get it, man. Y'all ready?
Fast Life, nigga ain't pulled up yet though, but bro right here, Fast Life, feel me? That's my nigga Chris. Chris, say what up to the vlog, man, what's up? They said, bro, Fast Life, I said, my nigga Chris right here, you feel me? My nigga Fast Life.
What's going on, brother? Nice to meet you, man. You do wild shit in this car?
We try not to, bro. We trying to change the scope of what we do, you feel me? Because we giving DPD a hard time, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, we ain't trying to keep it going in this direction, we trying to go legit, you feel me? And give people, you know what I'm saying, the younger generation a chance to come up too.
So, what do you know about the red zone?
Shit, y'all lucky to be out here right now. Shit, y'all lucky to be out here. Y'all tapped in with the right people, yeah. There's some blocks over here, bro, that don't got a house on it, like, at all, not one crib.
Because it's vacant?
Yeah, all vandos. I had to come from downtown just to get here, bro. Like, it took me a little minute to get down here, but I'm like, shit, the red zone, you gotta be on your toes around here.
So this is like the warning before you get even a little further.
No, you in the red zone, bro. Like, it's all the green zone, you know what I'm saying? It's all the zones, but you in the bad one, you know what I'm saying? You could die over a pair of glasses out here, bro.
Did you guys know a situation where that's happened?
Yes, bro. Yes. You could just come out the gas station. A nigga seen you going there with some bus, wait for you to come out and run past you and snatch him.
Hey, you can put on any beat and I'ma do this with CP style. 20 slides on me in your city, this a green town. I can't even tell you how much that I lost at Greek Town. My shooter missed a shot, I got his cleanup, that's a rebound. My mama and my lawyer, the only two I got on speed dial. My attorney trying to get the case dismissed before the pre-trial. My ex said I treated her like shit, but I don't see how. Here, this is where the groceries, Miss Billis, we about to eat out.
Hey, talk
Come on, 30 feet.
You said your ex didn't think you treated her well?
My ex said I treated her like shit, but I don't see how.
Did you treat her good?
Hey, what I'm saying is, I treat everybody good.
So why was you saying that?
At the end of the day, it's hard to please a woman.
What's an ideal first date in your head?
Ideal first date?
Yeah.
Just restaurant.
First night, shit, bitch.
Can't go wrong with a restaurant.
You fuck on the first date? How has that worked out?
Great.
Yeah.
What you mean how it worked out?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
As long as you don't get burnt.
Like gonorrhea burnt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Nigga, you too, nigga.
I went on a raw dog spree when I was a young man. And it didn't work out.
I got a kid though. Do you got a kid?
Yeah, so I'm done with all that.
How many?
One. How many you got?
I got one.
Yeah. What do you think makes Detroit unique?
Shit, just our culture, bro. Just how we move, bro. It got motherfuckers interested, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, Bush, you feel me? The culture, it got motherfuckers just wanna move like us, talk like us, just like how the Atlanta Rappers had they shit, you know what I'm saying?
Can you give the without hitting the camera, can you show them a little combo? I can film you while you do it.
You want me to show it on you? Come here.
Oh yeah, we're here.
Huh?
Okay.
You gonna let me hit you?
No. Why? If you hit me, I'm taking you to the ground. You know what I've done for 20 years?
You say what? So listen.
This isn't a good idea.
If you can try to get me on the ground, and I can try all my power.
But here's the thing.
Listen.
I like you.
I can try all my power to knock your ass out. Like,
I don't think that's
if you win, you get me on the ground.
Either of us. How's that benefit either?
It's just showing we athletes. You look like you can take a punch though. You look like you get some. Yeah, I ain't fucking with you. Get the
but no,
I'm straight, bro. I'm straight up. Them niggas with them ears, bro. Hey, them niggas be on the. Hey, they do their thing, gang. I respect them. That's why. Look at his ear, nigga.
He look like he'll just take a.
No, I know the califier ear.
I'm a stupid Polish person.
Hold on, what the fuck?
That's Rose by a big ass strawberry trying to bite him, Snap. Look at Rose by a big ass strawberry.
Hey, bro, you want to give me my candy out?
Bro, damn, hold on. Bro, what type of shit you on?
This shit fire as hell. Okay.
What do you think about that?
It tastes like, it don't taste like the artificial shit. It tastes real like.
Not artificial at all.
Yeah, it don't taste no artificial shit.
Natural does.
This one not sour, this one good.
Yep.
Talk about Milwaukee a little bit. Were you one of the first guys to really, from out of state, to get your eyes on our talent?
Team Eastside was for real, and then me, yeah, for sure.
Who's Team Eastside?
That was a rap group. That's Peasy, Babyface Ray, GT, Dame Dot, Soda, rest in peace.
Oh, so a lot of big heavy hitters.
Lil Perry. We was all basically a group. I wasn't like no official member. I was a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? But we all won. The block I just had y'all on, Babyface Ray from over that hood too. That's his hood too.
Do you guys grow up together and hang out?
I was moving a little differently than bro was, you know what I'm saying? But it's something like that, you heard?
I gotta ask you something. Rappers love to wear sunglasses inside. Can you break that down for me?
You know, motherfucker just can't see your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you heard?
Like a poker player.
Yeah, like a poker player. It's like you don't really know what bag I'm in right now, do you? You can't really guess what bag I'm in, can you?
I can't tell if you're looking at me like this,
you know
or if you're smiling.
You don't really know what bag I'm in, though, do you?
I saw your bag in your trunk and it had a lot of money in it. That's all I can say.
What was it, though?
Dookie butt.
I had a little dookie butt on me.
One day I hope to get myself a dookie butt.
You already got a dookie butt. I know you got a dookie butt. Well, I know how y'all moving. Y'all don't care about this type of shit, jewelry, and this shit is frivolous.
I mean, your name is Icewear Vezzo. You can't not have ice.
Gotta have the ice, huh? I'm retiring the ice after the day. Fuck the ice. We don't wear no more ice no more.
We only smoke ice.
I'ma stack all my dookie butts up.
I do.
You know what they call ice in the streets? You don't know the nickname?
Besides ice?
Yeah. You probably heard it before and never even put two and two together. It's Vezzo. Why the fuck they name meth after me, bro? Why they do that, bro?
Maybe you're a high energy man.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Look.
I want to smoke some Vezzo while hanging out with Vezzo. That would be a flex.
That'd be fire, bro.
We should do that.
Damn, that'd be turnt.
I'll write a 8 bars, 16 bars.
Yeah, we do the 8 ball and then we write some 8-bar verses. Damn, that's gonna be lit, bro.
All right, we're pulling up to a supposedly notorious gas station in what they call the red zone in Detroit.
We outside, you see how this shit going? Yeah, we out here. We scat, man. We scat.
This is a busy gas station, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Why do they call this place the red zone?
There's a lot of bloods over here. I'm from the west side though, you feel me? It's not in my area, but you see me still outside. You know, I'm out anywhere.
Is it scary to go to not your area?
Shit, you feel me?
Tapped in everywhere, for real.
I'm tapped in everywhere. Everybody know me. Everybody fucking Bad Guy Trak.
The reason why it's the red zone because it's red on the map in Detroit. You feel me? That's why it's called the red zone.
A lot of blood clicks are here.
Right. Shit.
Real. How you doing, man? You guys have some cool cars too.
Just some Deuce in that bitch.
It initially started from them sliding on the freeway, and it turned into sliding at intersections, then it turned into a legal pit, which got shut down.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, if they bring another legal pit out here, all this shit is damn near stopped.
Everybody out here ain't got whips, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't pull up Hellcat brand new.
Yeah, this looks like an expensive automobile.
I treat it like it's $5,000 though.
You beat it to shit?
I beat it to shit. You ever heard the famous word get back or get smacked? That's why.
It's a body.
A body.
Human body.
What's the best job you ever had?
What you think, nigga?
Being an entertainer?
There you go. I worked at KFC for 3 days. The nigga told me to clean the bathroom. I said I quit. I was in the 10th grade. When I was like 15.
Did you even open the door to look to see how bad it was, or you quit before that?
I'm not even looking. Niggas over with. At that moment, I knew in my head, I gotta get money. I'd be damned for motherfucker tell me to clean bathroom, and I got to. I'm a rapper, nigga. I blew up, rich, successful.
A lot of young men are looking at what's happening in the economy right now. They're like, why the hell would I ever work at McDonald's when I can do quick money, fast money? And so I was talking to guys last night. What do you think about guys choosing the fast money route?
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just know what you're doing. Know what you're getting yourself into, and accept whatever rules you in. Or if you in the streets and you whoop, you know what that come with. If you fucking all these bitches, having all these baby mamas, you know what that come with. Child support. You know, you got to just know what you're getting yourself into. Ain't nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. If you a 9 to 5 nigga, some niggas want more in life. If you want more in life, there's too many ways to get money. So go get this money while you can. Back in the day, I can understand. It ain't technology, it ain't, nah. Come on, man, you get money on TikTok, you get money on motherfucking Twitch, you get money on motherfucking YouTube, Instagram, all type of shit.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Are you the OG around here?
Yeah, we are the OGs around here.
I'm new, I'm from Milwaukee. Where are we right now?
We on the east side, man. We on Chalmers and Whittier, man. 6 Mile.
What do you think when you see all these Chargers and Hellcats pulling up?
I mean, shit, I don't really think too much of nothing for real, man, because shit, this a regular in the city, man, in Detroit, man. We see this every day, man.
Yeah, man, we should check it out, man. From here, we come from down this bitch, from all the way from Chalmers,
all the way fucking 7, we go to 7 Mile.
Hey man, get this bitch.
It's the block. You got a Cheddar Ave boys be over through these bitches. You got Cheddar Grove boys. You got the Macefield.
Is that where Cheddar Bob got his name? That's
real original. We talking about boys, man. We talking about real boys, man.
This gas station is popping, huh?
Oh, this bitch always swam. This bitch do the Watusi. I'm the most country nigga you gonna hear out here.
Wait, did you say Watusi?
Yeah, Watusi.
Can you break down that lingo for me?
It's like an old school dance.
Okay, make a square dance.
You know what I'm saying? This bitch get the.
I get the pigs on there because they finna come fuck shit up.
They love to fuck something up.
Did you see a cop car?
It's right there. They got the damn corner.
White cars. They gonna have the black cars pull up.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Second charge for guns. Who got a gun?
Hey, bro.
The area of West Side Drive.
We were here, the scene got cleared by police, car sped off. That's our cue to leave, so we're out of here too. Let's kick it. What were we talking about a little bit? You did some crazy shit.
I did a lot of crazy shit, bro. Shit that I don't even understand how a lot of people forgave me for. You know what I'm saying? We thought robbing was cool. Like, let me tell you what we invented. We invented front door, back door. You know what that is?
Backdooring somebody?
The front door, back door. Nah. See, I didn't even have to use a gun half the time. We have a nigga pull up on the block with like 5 bows. You heard? You pull up, go to the car. All right, bet, gang. I'm about to go in here and I'm about to sell them real quick. What you want for them? They give you their price. All right, bet, cool. Give me like 20 minutes. I'm about to go in here and sell them for you. You grab the bows, you go in the front door, then you walk out the back door, you jump the fence through the alley, and you have a car waiting for you on the other side of the street. You get in that car, and you leave the guys waiting in front of the house for as long as they gonna wait.
You just finessed him.
Yeah, that's the front door, back door. We invented. Hey, Webbo! Tell them, explain the front door, back door.
Pull up on me at this store in the front, take your money, take everything, whatever you need. I'm out the back door and I'll catch you later. Ain't no robbery,
ain't no robbery, nothing. That's a real unarmed robbery.
No robbery. Can't get in trouble for it. What I do? But this was the wrong. He did. I just telling him. He used to do some shit. Well, I used to get mad like, dog, why you doing him like that?
I was wild, bro. Like in real life, bro. I was wild.
So you even felt bad for the guy he robbed?
I felt bad for him.
Did you feel bad for the guy you robbed?
No, we thought it was cool, bro. We thought it was sweet. We thought it was fun. We looked up the guys like Tony Moe and Pay and Cello. We used to do the fake dice game robbery too. So say me and you gambling right now, boom, you got dog shit on. You got about a 30 or 40 or I have Gooch or Webb come rob me and you. Randomly come rob
the guy got us.
We both got robbed, but we bust the money down. You heard? That's the you know, the ooh-wah.
So you let a guy point a gun at you just to go?
No, he ain't point the gun at me. A nigga point the gun at. Well, yeah, probably. Have we ever pointed the gun at each other? I don't think we have. Yeah. I told him we ain't on none of that no more. Like we good guys, bro. We ain't got no ops. We ain't got none of that, bro. We get money, bro. Every business that we got is legal, bro. We ain't in the streets. We ain't none of that. We decided you can either be a goon or you can be a boss. And respectfully, all my homies decided to just be bosses.
So let's talk about this because there's a lot of guys right now. They idolize the robber. That's cool right now.
They idolize that. Ain't cool, bro. It used to be cool.
Talk to the young guys because a lot of young guys are really reckless right now.
They come from that. The times has changed, bro. When I was doing that shit, bro, times was different. Ain't nobody scared of nobody no more, bro. Ain't nobody going for that. Ain't nobody accepting no front door, back door. Ain't nobody accepting that, bro. We all men, and everybody got a lot of pride now. It's 2025. Be a boss. Get money. Live peaceful, bro. The shit that I was saying that I used to do, it's not cool. I thought it was cool then, but it ain't cool. I was playing games. I was playing with my life. That's called playing games, bro. You know, it feels even really better that I ain't gotta move like that, that I don't move like that, that I'm not that person no more, bro. That make way more sense for me doing what's right. It's way more money in doing the right thing, bro. It's way more. It's longevity in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, This has been the evening in Detroit. Thank you for joining. Check out Snapdog. Got him linked in the comments. Blow him up. He has a new song out called YNs.
You gotta do the slider dance. That's to the YNs, bro. Like y'all got a pistol.
Okay.
Whip it out.
Yeah.
Y'all got a cop.
No. Like this. Yeah.
No.
Oh, finger.
You feel me?
Finger.
Ain't that bitch. Ain't that bitch. Come on.
You gotta wait. Get out.
I got a shotgun. What do you got?
Nah, nigga, you need a handgun.
Jesus
Come on,
Christ.
man.
Hey, there you go.
Then you gotta walk with that bitch like that.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, get down on the ground. Just
Put a new move to that motherfucker. It's about duels.
That's like get off my property right there.
Damn. Get off my lawn, bitch. Hey, this has been a long time coming. We're happy we made this happen.
We've been talking about this for a minute, man.
Appreciate you.
It's dangerous, cuz. Keep your blick on you at all times.
When I held my first gun, it was my gun, I was 10.
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. Today, we're interviewing the hardest white boy in America.
I know what the going on. We in the loop, man. CTS Valet here, live in the flesh, man.
Free my valet parker, shooting on the man. We work for chore to catch a speed. I gotta get his home. I ain't trying to work my part. Me and Guapo hit they hood and blew it up in that black charge. They say we done took 2 4.
Okay, how about right here? From the back. Wow, thank you. Thank you.
I've always had sort of an intrigue with white boys that can thrive in the hood. Given my safe suburban upbringing, my massive consumption of gangster rap music as a youth, and my exposure to a plethora of dorky whites, including myself, it just blows my mind when I see a fellow white boy out running the block. Born in one of America's most dangerous cities, St. Louis, Missouri, CTS Wick is quite possibly the most gangster white boy that the internet has ever seen. From catching a body and beating the case, to getting his door kicked in by the FBI, to being that one white boy surrounded by a squad full of black guys, Wick is undoubtedly one of the most interesting underground rappers on the scene today. As fate would have it, when we met up with Wick, it was the day of his 20th birthday. So not only did I want to get to know him and his story, but I also wanted to make it an epic and memorable birthday for him. And in doing so, it's possible that I had a clown pull up to the hood. But more on that later. For context, this is a kid that many people wrote off and said he was going to prison for life for first-degree murder. If you stayed to the end of the episode, you'll be among the first to hear how he managed to beat his case and get out of jail in only 15 months. This, folks, is the story of CTS Wick. So we're going to St. Louis. You might ask why. Well, the last 2 years, it's been busy in the most dangerous city in America. Right now, it's only number 2, so we really can't pull that title off. But why we're going to St. Louis? Our friend CTS Wick, you might remember him from this video.
Everybody got the same 24 hours. You just gotta use it. You just gotta that motherfucker wisely.
Since 2 years ago when we seen him, he's had a lot happen. He's launched a lot of rap music. He's beat a murder case.
On August 26, 2022, St. Louis police responded to reports about a shooting. When police arrived on the scene, they discovered a wrecked white Jeep and a man injured. He was pronounced dead at the scene. He was identified as 42-year-old Joseph Shaw. A man was arrested and charged. He was identified as 18-year-old Michael Henderson, more commonly known as CTS Wick. He is currently in jail and is held on no bond on a first-degree murder charge and armed criminal action.
Self-defense, the lawyer got him off, good to go. But it's a special occasion tomorrow. It is his birthday. And we're gonna make it one that he remembers. We have some tricks up our sleeve. So let's get started. And also, shout out my guy, Gary Webb. I don't know if you trust the government. I don't. He didn't. Shout out my white boy, Gary. But we're gonna tap in with a different white boy tomorrow. CTS Wick. Let's get it. Folks, it's not every day you turn 20 years old. So we're gonna get some presents for Michael. I hope we can cheer up his birthday. We got some really good ideas. We think he's gonna be enthusiastic about. You're at 24. Yeah. So we got first part of the gift, bundling, Frank's. Now we have to get some wrapping paper and or gift bags. We got a real gift for him because of course it is his birthday. We do want to do a funny gift as well.
So y'all working?
Yes sir, we are.
What y'all got going today?
My baby mama's birthday, so we're getting a lot of hot dogs right now.
Y'all finna give your baby mama 20 hot dogs.
Yeah, well my first baby mama 20 hot dogs, my second baby mama I haven't figured it out yet. I'm gonna write a note and say, sorry about the hot dogs, it was Keegan's idea. and then give him some birthday wishes. All jokes aside, this is a guy that I see a lot of potential in. He's doing things smart, he's rolling the right way, he has a great story, and he's an interesting person. I genuinely am happy to see him and wish him a happy birthday. The f is that? Or is that just a f***ed up piece of the road? There's a God damn shit.
What's cracking, Tommy G?
What's up, what's up?
What's the word?
How's it going?
Yeah, niggas on CTS for real. I'm CTS Low Road.
Nice to meet you. Which one of you is CTS Low with?
I'm on the way. He on his way, man. Yeah, you know who
How many of you guys know CTS Low with?
All of us. Like y'all know him.
What's the 411 on the guy? What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I love Lil Wick.
Let's show what's up with it, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, bro.
You got your birthday accessories on you right now.
Yeah,
huh?
hell yeah, man.
And a fresh white tee.
Man, yeah.
How often you get a new white tee?
Shit, about every 2 days. Shit, every day I wear a white tee.
Hey,
let me get that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Hey, did you see what she just did?
Trash up.
That's what I'm talking about. Because one day we might have an environment that's all f***ed up. You guys know he's 20 today?
Wow. Hey, it's my birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, man. What's going through your head today?
Man, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, bro.
What is this, RIP Jody?
RIP Jody Breeze.
Who's Jody Breeze?
That's my big brother. He passed away when I was probably like 12, 13 years old. He passed away.
Okay, and who was he to you?
Like my big brother shit. I used to look up to him.
Tell me what's on your forearm here too.
Money over. I was just young on some shit like.
Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, I feel that way. But every female, every woman ain't a bitch, you know what I'm saying?
What if I told you that if you find the right woman, then she'll actually help you make a lot of money?
For sure. And that's true, I believe that.
So what does this area mean to you? Why'd you bring us here?
Shit, I brought y'all here because shit, this where I grew up at. This where I jumped off the porch at. This why, this why I did a lot of shit at. Goddamn me. I lost people over here. Shit. This the hood right here, this CTS. This where all this shit started. Bro, them locked up and shit. So, everybody ain't out here right now, but shit. Yeah, this CTS right here at Cartel Street, right there.
And what does that mean to you, CTS?
CTS is Cartel's Trap Star. They try to say it mean Cartel's the Scrimmer Gang, but it really don't mean Cartel's the Scrimmer Gang. It's just, the
Scrimmer Gang?
Cartel's to Scrimmer. Like
to Scrimmer.
Scrimmer, that street over there. That's what the police was trying to say it means. Yeah, that's Cartel's right there.
Cartel's Trap Stars.
Yeah, that's what it really stands for. That was the first name.
When St. Louis people say here and there, I know they're from St. Louis.
You said strawberry.
All your money over here. Come on, pull up. You can just drive through here how you want to. The K over there.
Her and there. Are these some CTS guys?
Yeah, that's Lil Bro right there.
In St. Louis, you always gotta keep your head on a swivel, I feel like. Can I confess that I had a little bit of fright on my way here? Well, every time I pull up into St. Louis, I'm like, oh God, here we go.
You be alright.
Good to meet you, I'm Tommy.
What up?
Can you explain what the gun laws are in St. Louis?
But the last time I checked the gun laws, it was open carry for any age. Like, any age. I know if you a minor, they can take your gun, but if you get caught with a gun that's clean and you a minor, they just gonna take that motherfucker. Like, anybody can carry a gun. I got caught with a gun when I was 13 years old, and they just took that motherfucker. Like, it was clean. They ran the VIN number on that motherfucker. It was clean. I was riding down this street right here. I was riding down Broadway. I was in the car with a female. I'm in the car with a female. She trying to show off and stuff. She driving. So she get in the middle lane. She start going around cars and stuff. Goddamn me. She go around the cars. The police jump behind us. They instantly flick the lights on us. I'm like, damn. I'm in the back seat, mind you, I'm in the back seat. Her sister in the front passenger seat. I'm like, you gotta take them. This is a high-speed city. St. Louis, we known for high speed, so it ain't crazy for me to say you gotta high-speed them. So I'm telling her, like, you gotta take them, you gotta take them. She's like, nah, we good, boy, we good. So she pull over. Goddamn me, I try to stuff the 10 mil under the seat a little bit. Fat ass Glock 20 10 mil, I try to stuff that under the seat. He walk up to the car, he get to put in the flashlight. He like, oh yeah, step out. They instantly see the gun, make me step out, grab the gun. I'm like, damn, that's what y'all on? I'm like, man, this my daddy gun, bro. This my daddy gun. They like, it's in your daddy name? I'm like, I don't know shit. When I held my first gun, I was probably like 9. But when I held my first gun, it was my gun, I was 10.
What did your parents think about that?
My people say no, I had a gun. I had to keep that shit a secret. I'm an OG out here. I'm a triple OG. Even the females, they be like, when I was just 19. I was just 19 a day ago, so
Ain't nobody called me 20 yet. They be like, boy, you 19, you a kid, you a baby. I'm like, girl, I'll show you baby shit. I'm a grown ass man, let me tell you something. But yeah, I've been on old head shit for as long as I can remember, for real, for real.
Does it blow your guys' mind that a 20-year-old is an OG around here?
What you said that?
Isn't that young? I thought OG was like.
I heard OG rank at 15.
He did what he had to do. It ain't about no strike. He just carry himself, and everybody respect him.
Man, these badass little kids pull up like, hey, this CTS Wick. I'm like, what's up? What's up with y'all? They in the car. I'm like, who? This y'all mama car? They're like, no, this ain't our mama car. I'm like, go put that motherfucker up, man. They out the streets, kids. Stay in school.
You think it's a good idea to stay in school?
For sure. I wish I would have stayed in school.
When did you drop out?
9th grade.
Freshman year?
Freshman year.
What made you make the decision when you were in 9th grade to drop out?
I mean, I ain't had no ride there on some shit, but I'm not gonna sit here and use that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say I got tired of that shit, and it was for some female, for real, for real.
So, where were your parents in the picture?
I ain't trying to really talk on my peoples on this interview and shit, but you know my peoples was on drugs and shit like that, you know?
So they weren't really in the right mind state to step in and say anything about it?
Yeah, shit wasn't regular at home always, you know?
We got a little just something for you.
Good, right on.
The old armpit carry, huh?
Yeah,
what do you call this technique, dude?
It's the underarm. Underarm. I already know from last. Don't point the gun at the camera.
Yeah.
I already know.
So here you go. So certified big dog. I feel like it's only right you get a big dog's gotta eat sweatshirt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that motherfucker raw.
We didn't give Wick the bag of glizzies as a present, but later in this episode, we may give it to somebody else. Someone toting pipes, and things get chaotic. I wish you happiness and success for you in your life. Keep your foot on the gas with your rap. I feel like you're poised to make big moves right now. Keep on making moves.
For sure.
Happy birthday. And then we got one last little bonus item for you in there. You ever seen one of these before?
No. Platinum card.
This is like the new shit on the street.
The H word. The H word pass. The honky word. Like I can say honky. Man, I've been saying honky, man. You can say it. You want to say it?
Authorized by the National Honky Association. H word.
Like this is something that, like in a special circumstance, you might need to say it. Right. I mean, you never know what's gonna come up. Like, let's say you're at McDonald's and they short you some fries and it's a white person working. Give me my fries, honky. You know what I mean?
Straight up. All right.
So I feel like this card is the secret to healing race relations in America. If more people feel empowered to say the H word, I feel like we can come together as one.
Tell them the truth. Like, think about how many years they had to this. They just throw that M-bomb out there.
So St. Louis got the pass, but if you don't got one at your hometown, order it at TommyGMcGee.com. They'll come to your mailbox. You'll be able to say the word. I know it's going to take a big weight off your chest. Say it with some spice in that voice. You know what I mean?
Honky. Dude, you know what the that stand for, cuz.
I'm on the block with my honkies right now.
Man, like, hey, look, listen. It's t-shirt gang. You on the block with t-shirt gang and the members. You're
t-shirt gang. Where's
t-shirt gang?
Where's yours?
I don't got one on. That's the point. You get put on one. Yeah.
In an artistic way, or like what kind of way would you get put on a
your
t-shirt?
Picture. R.I.P.
That sounds aggressive.
It's very aggressive. You in St. Louis.
Should I take mine off, or am I okay to wear a t-shirt?
Take yours off. Take your shit off. Flex. Yeah.
No t-shirts no more.
Ain't no t-shirts, man.
Including women. No more t-shirts.
None of that.
New box, yeah, we just whopped they ass. Caught another goofy gang, hopped out, you know we popped his ass. I don't duck my tops and shit, so why the fuck I got a mask? Only time I wear it is on his head when we pop his gas.
Your birthday, man?
July 18th.
Birthday, man.
T-Bone.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
July 18th, right here all day long.
He's verified. What are your birthday plans so far?
I don't know yet, man. I'm supposed to be drinking. Doctor's order not to drink, but the day of my birthday, them doctor.
The doctor said don't drink,
man.
He's like,
damn doctor, man. We getting drunk as a motherfucker today, man. My mood can get real easy.
Put this motherfucker in the freezer in 3 damn minutes. Come on. With the Alizé?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm ready to hump some. I'm ready to get
I know a lot of niggas his age that boo-boo on they self. Wear diapers and shit.
Man.
He
out here. He out here.
It don't scare me because I know what's going to happen. I feel blessed if I make
I'm ready to be an old ass man. I'm ready to be an old ass man riding in my laid back.
I'm ready to tell all the young niggas how it was back when we was young.
Youngster, I'm trying to tell you, youngster, you don't want to do this. you gotta turn your life around while you still got a chance. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be on that type of time.
You said you hope you make it to be an old head.
No, I said I feel blessed if I do. Like I wouldn't even be like I'd be satisfied for real. For sure. Like all that. Oh, I can't walk. My back hurt. I'm alive. Shit. Man, I'm alive. For real. People don't make it to get old for real too much here. Not now. No, for real though.
But what is it like being the only white guy in the area?
I ain't the only white guy in the area. All the white boys around here, they look up to me, man. Like that's why I'm trying to do different. I'm trying to do better. Mind you, I'm still in St. Louis, bro. So I still got to move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put a better image for all the kids around here.
Like I guess was it a strength or a weakness being white growing up? Like
it was both. I ain't gonna say it really wasn't a strength. It was more of like it was never a weakness because I was never weak. It didn't make me weak, but it made them look at me like I was weak. You feel what I'm saying? Like oh, he a white boy, he ain't on that. Not just always who I was, shit. Shit spoke for itself. Action spoke for itself.
Bro, a loving, kind person, bro.
I feel like that's a good way.
Outside of what everybody else think about him, bro. Man, that man got the biggest heart. You know what I'm saying?
But if I don't like your ass,
I don't like
might
your
be
ass.
on Fox 2 News somewhere. Nah, let me stop.
Outside of the stupidity that people think they know about him, motherfucker, but that's not true. My man trying to go somewhere and do something with his life.
Man, look, all y'all be on the internet looking at them documentaries and shit and all these videos and shit like, damn, he just don't give a f. He a bad person. He this, he that, he that. He hood trash and whatever else y'all want to call him. Y'all don't know what the f y'all talking about. Y'all ain't never sat down and had no conversation with me. Y'all don't know me.
I'm out the window with this drink. I do my bop like Kodak. I put the dick deep in your bitch that you can't get your hoe back. Just hit the gun, show cop that sick down where that 34 way.
What's up with it, man?
What's up, bro?
Right here, I'm out, bro, right here, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, damn, bro, gotta drink that water, man. When it get hot outside, bro, you gotta drink that water.
The mustache, you know, throws people off.
I got you.
The mustache is back right now, folks. If you want to be a real man right now and you don't have a mustache, then what the f are you doing with your life? I swear to God, take 1 or 2 weeks, grow out a mustache, you get stronger. What?
Chunk it up, you don't eat ass. Look out. Don't you be eating your woman boo.
I can't talk about all of it.
Right,
Let me just say, I do it.
I ain't gonna fake it, man.
Do the wrong.
I eat my booty, feet, toes, whatever it gotta be. Shit.
St. Louis, man. St. Louis off the deck.
That's right.
You know,
Talk to him. We in the trenches, man. Tell him what it is.
Broadway right now, motherfucker. What's going on, man? Who y'all is?
CTS Tommy.
Okay, CTS. Alright. Y'all keep on doing y'all thing. St. Louis in the building.
Yeah.
What's the craziest white boy shit you've ever seen in your life?
I seen somebody up on a white dude, right? They pointed a gun at him, right? And the white dude just kept walking up like he didn't give no f. I don't think it was because I think it was the drugs.
So was it bravery or stupidity?
Definitely stupidity.
If someone upped a gun on me, I would be like, this is what I would do. Ready? But don't actually pull up, but just pretend with your hands without anything. Mom, come pick me up. Mom. Is that a good, would that be?
No, because as soon as your hand would have hit your pocket, they would have pulled it.
Oh, shit. Okay, how about this? Ready? I'll try one more time. Go again. Whoa, what's that over there?
That could potentially work. If my ain't planning on killing you, then yeah, it probably work. You run and they just gonna chase you.
It's cool to see how respected Wick is in his neighborhood. Like people genuinely like the guy, had nice things to say about him. He seems like a kid that came from a f***ed up environment, f***ed up home, but he has a pretty good moral compass. It's encouraging when you see guys with their head on straight that have some strategy and how they move. Now we're going on to phase 2 of the plan. He hired a clown that I believe is a clown for children. Picture this in your head. You invite a clown to the hood. I'm hoping the clown is not afraid to get out of his car, because I think we're in for a fun day with him. Larry the clown pulled up to impress Wick and his friends, and after taking one look at him, I knew this was going to be either really good or really bad. Here's what happened next. Okay, so I got a good surprise for you, I'm hoping. Do you notice anything about your surroundings?
I mean, not for real. I don't know who is that.
But I guess people are here.
Hi.
You do magic tricks?
Hey, I'm doing magic tricks though, yes.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna start them soon.
We're excited, Larry. I didn't even tell them who you were. It was a total surprise.
I don't even know who I am.
Me either. Have you ever been at a clown performance before?
Nah, this what this company.
It's not a clown.
I'm
gonna share these videos.
What the fuck? Shit, it's hella random. It's hella funny. It's hella funny.
I think he's a little funky.
What you mean?
Would you say he's a sketchy?
Happy birthday, Wick. Yeah. Is that right? All right. If you could help me take off my gloves, we can start the show. Well, on this one, big video moment coming up. And then this one. I never know when the magic could begin. I think that, hold on, just keep pulling. Pull on it, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Now we're ready to begin my hand's in there. Hold on one sec, Wick. Just pull that finger if you will. Thank you so much, thank you. Not so strong. Okay, Wick, look up. Okay, give him a hand. All right. Wick, happy birthday. I'm gonna start off with the very special disappearing red handkerchief. Come on over, Tom. Don't be afraid. Stay right here. I'm going to place it inside this hand. Nothing in my hand, nothing up my sleeve, very little up here. Watch carefully. Is it going inside the hand? Is it going all the way inside the hand? Everyone say the magic words. How about vanish now? Vanish now. It is gone. It's in the sleeve. Who will check for me? Yes, sir. Look inside the sleeve. Do you see a red handkerchief? No. It isn't in there. Good eyesight. Hold up one hand like this, sir. Oh! I thought it was in my sleeve, but it turns out to be in the amazing, the astounding, magnificent Wick sleeve. Give Wick a hand. Unbelievable power.
As Larry was going through his magical tricks, he grabbed a clip of the gun that Wanky G had in his bag. Wanting to avoid a near-death experience, I told Larry, please don't do that.
I just want to get some money. I think there's some floating right there, and no. Okay, how about right here? From the back. Wow, thank you. Thank you. That's weird. Let's look.
Do that again.
Hold on, see it? I'm gonna place it in here. No, he's got one right here by his elbow. Hold on one second. All right. What? Who's got the long hair here? Wiki G, who is it? Oh, yeah.
Wiki G.
Hold on, let me place that right. Okay, there's one. Anyway, let me just get this for a second. I just wanna wipe that. Thank you. All right. Anyone else have, hold on. This is another good place. The handbag.
Bro, he's stealing everybody change.
I'm gonna do a hard one.
I got change right here.
I am to change.
Okay.
All right.
Quarter.
Okay, let's put away
50 cent coin. He ain't take my
automatic
change.
weapons. All right. Anyway, check this out. I'm putting this one in through the bottom. Are there any holes in the bottom?
No.
No way. Ready and way. Excuse me. What? We're gonna take this one, we're gonna pull it through my entire body. I will need 2 assistants. Okay, Wick is gonna help me.
Go ahead.
And who else wants to pull the rope through the body? I can't really have you holding the...
You know I'm gonna do it.
I know, but you won't see it if you're doing it, right? I'm just letting you know. All right.
But my game, we do it. We do it.
I know.
We do it.
Do it. I'm going to give the other end to Wick. Hold on to that. Okay. Now, good. Stay in close. Winky G and Wick are going to pull the rope through my body when I count to 3. How about if we pull the rope when I count to 3? Now. You're both pulling the rope through my body. That means that you'll be pulling... Let's move over just a little bit. You'll be pulling this way, through the body. This step or 2. Are you ready? On 3. Get this on video. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pull the rope. Boom! They did it. Give them a hand. Good job. Folks, thank you. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
Larry, thank you. Hey, one last question about the clown. If you had to rank him out of 10, 1 being the worst clown, 10 out of 10.
Being a clown, like he was being a clown. He was trying to do magic tricks.
He's probably on the phone with 911 right now. He might be a clown, but he's not a snitch.
Yeah.
On that note, folks, let's continue this journey.
Came home, got straight to it, bitch. I missed to make it happen. I made the charge cool, but I prefer the Chrysler or the Mag. Thought she was sweet till we jumped out this bitch and body bag.
This is a St. Louis classic right here.
Yeah, that's St. Louis shit. You won't find this nowhere else.
Ooh, that's good thin crust. You can already tell just by the crispiness on the side here. Let's see how you pull it apart. Okay.
That's that good shit.
A good little crisp to it.
Keep the buckets good though. You like it.
I like thin crust like that.
Yeah.
A couple months after we filmed the 2022 St. Louis video, Wick was riding around his hood on a motorbike. Suddenly, a man in a white Jeep pulled up and began aggressively shouting at Wick and his friends. As the situation escalated, the man in the Jeep upped his gun and started opening fire at Wick. Wick, while still driving his bike, drew his gun, returned fire, and landed a headshot on the aggressor. Shortly after, Wick was arrested by police and charged with first-degree murder. He was looking at potentially spending the rest of his life behind bars. After over a year of fighting his case, the jury found Wick not guilty by reason of self-defense, and this gave him the opportunity to pursue his rap career as a free man.
Okay, so I want to cover a little bit of your story on camera. I want to cover, you just beat a case. You went viral for a case. Everyone said you were going away for first degree, and bam, you're back out on the streets.
Right.
Tell the people what happened.
Man, pretty much, man. I had to protect myself, shit. I wasn't even on no bullshit that day. He was in the car, I got damn me, like looking at him. I ain't looking at shit. My blick on me. I try to pull off, smoothly pull off. Drive already, like I'm gonna ram you off the road and shit.
He was chasing you down.
Yeah, I pulled off, my shooting at me and trying to chase me down. What you think I did? Of course. Did what I had to do, shit. Did what I had to do.
Did you think you were going away at all?
I knew I was gonna get locked up, but I knew I was gonna beat my shit too. I knew it was self-defense. I went through this before. I've had to defend myself before when I was a juvenile. I went to juvenile for first degree or something. I had to defend myself, and I beat that. It was self-defense too.
So when you were sitting in the cell, there was no thought, hey, I might be spending 10, 15, 20 years of my life?
Yeah, I did feel like they was gonna railroad me sometimes, just cause off the motherfucker I am. They was stereotyping me like a motherfucker. They was bringing up my raps and shit. He a violent person, he CTS, he valet gang, he this, that, you know. They brought that shit up in court. They brought up my music in trial.
Even though you did the right thing to defend yourself, was it hard to live with taking someone's life?
I mean, bro, like, it ain't really that hard. I didn't lose no sleep over it, but I didn't know dude on some shit, you know? It was some random shit. This wasn't I was spinning on some shit, you know? Motherfucker was not gonna get caught for no shit like that. This wasn't no shit like that.
Anything you gotta say about your lawyer?
Man, that's my boy. Man, everybody calling the lawyer Terry Niehoff, man. It's Terrence Niehoff. Shout out my boy Terrence Niehoff. If y'all want to beat y'all case, just call Terrence Niehoff. I promise y'all he gonna get y'all together. Everything.
And
I knew he was coming home. It was just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I know he was gonna come right back.
Not for real.
Someone got a gift for Wanky.
You got a gift for Wanky?
Yeah, it's for Wanky.
Hey kid, they say they got a gift for you, man.
I doing some bleaching.
I'm gonna give that to Wick, but I felt after that clown I couldn't do anything more, you know what I mean? I felt bad after that clown.
Have you ever been raided by the FBI? Yeah, me neither. But CTS Lil Wick has. We leave the basketball courts and head to a house where he used to live and shit went down.
Man, that's when the FBI came through. They put a batter ram through that motherfucker.
Well, you lived there?
Yeah, I lived in that.
Let's talk about this. Was it surrounded by barbed wire when you lived there?
Hell nah. That motherfucker had a gate like that wood one right there.
How big was this place? How many bedrooms?
It was a 4-bedroom.
Okay, so nice sized place.
Yeah, it was a 4-bedroom.
Because I remember one place you had, when we interviewed you two years ago, you were like, we had 7 guys in the house, no kitchen.
Yeah, I was just gonna...
6 niggas sharing the living room, rent was $700.
We ain't have a kitchen in my last house, straight like that.
The landlord didn't make a kitchen?
We had no bedroom. Ruined the kitchen. I was just thinking about that when I was on the way here. I'm like, man, I gotta clear that shit up because they think I'm bullshitting or something. Look, right? The house ain't coming the house came with a motherfucking kitchen. Obviously, every house come with a kitchen. Goddamn me for everybody that thought I was faking about having a kitchen. No, motherfuckers was supposed to redo the kitchen. They tore the kitchen out, right? My people, you know, like earlier I said, they tore the kitchen out. Goddamn me. Motherfucker ain't never put a new kitchen in. I got out of juvenile, no new kitchen. Never didn't have a kitchen after that.
For how long?
Until we moved up out this motherfucker. Until the FBI came put a bat around.
What happened for the FBI to come in?
Man, a whole bunch of shit. They had a truck all the way up in the yard. They drove that motherfucker through there and went to the front right there. The big thing to be on top of the truck. They put that motherfucker through the wall. The whole wall fell down. Bricks and shit.
That's why it's a garage, right?
Yeah, that's why they got a garage door right there. We ain't put the garage door right there. That motherfucker broke. They condemned that motherfucker. After that, I was homeless for like 6 months.
Where'd you live when you were homeless?
Shit, I was bouncing from bruh house to a house, to back to my house, to bruh house. you know, and they came in this motherfucker, bro. They said, the warrant said they was looking for stolen cars. They said they was looking for stolen guns, stolen credit cards, all that shit, like pretty much shit, you know, shit motherfucker be stealing this shit.
And there was some rumor going around that you killed your stepdad?
Yeah, they tried to say I killed my stepdaddy. I never even had a stepdaddy, like, never had no fucking stepdaddy. I don't know where the y'all got this shit from, like, what the y'all be making up in y'all head, like.
What do you got dropping next?
Shit, I got a song from the drop today at 6:30. Goddamn me, it's that 15 months. Make sure y'all go tap in.
And that refers to the 15 months you served for...
Yup. 15 months. I'm gonna drop a mixtape too called 15 months. Shit, they was treating us wrong in that motherfucker. Shit, St. Louis City Justice Center, a motherfucker. They had us locked down like countless days and shit, not letting us out. And mind you, this ain't the hoe I'm talking about. I'm talking about this regular general population. They got us locked down 23 hours. They let us out an hour a day, if even that. 9 times out of 10, we probably don't get wrecked.
Did you exercise much in jail?
I was exercising at first. Shit, I went to the hole, lost weight. You know, they ain't got no commissary in the hole. So I stopped doing that shit. I ain't have enough energy for that shit in the hole.
What'd you get sent to the hole for?
Fight.
Have you guys ever accidentally upped a blick on just a random grandma driving by?
Yeah, plenty of time.
Can you understand for the grandma how that might be kind of terrifying?
Motherfucker did it to me. I'd have been riding down the block.
How much scarier does it get at night around here?
Scary? Watch everything, every cut, listen to everything. Goddamn me.
I feel like motherfuckers love bouncing their ass at daytime
if you
though.
solo.
When does the majority of the violence happen? Is there a certain time window?
It really ain't no time window. That shit all through the daytime, all through the night. For all the kids out here, don't look up to us. Don't want to be like us. Grow up.
Stay out lit ass.
Stay in school. Keep playing y'all sports. Stay positive. Do what you gonna do. If you draw, you paint, rap, sing,
whatever you
dance,
do.
whatever
Find
you do.
some other than this shit. Goddamn me, this shit ain't about nothing.
Ain't about nothing.
So if it's not nothing, why are you doing it?
Shit, cause now we done put ourselves in this shit. It ain't that easy to
If
get
your
out.
circumstances
now we
like
gotta
ours,
carry a gun. I'm trying to get out.
Stay alive out here. It's survival of the fittest.
I'm finna get out the street. As soon as I get some paint out the street.
All right, guys, I got Wick's link in the description. Blow up his music. Comment Big Dog's Gotta Eat. Show him some love.
Dog gotta eat.
Bump his shit. Any final thoughts you got, brother?
Man, free the Parkers. We is the Parkers, man. Free T4, free Boogie, man. They on the way.
I had a good time with you guys today.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for having me in St. Louis. You made a potentially sketchy situation feel as safe as it could possibly be. Here, me and you too, brother. Hey, good shit, guys. Keep dropping music. Stay safe. I like the way you're rolling. You're rolling.
Type of shit in the drop.
Man. Yeah. La Cartel tiene poder en este lado de frontera.
Se pueden tirar balazos por la fence donde estábamos parados.
So what's the most you ever made in a week doing this?
I've made 100,000
in a week.
In one day.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. Fentanyl is often included in other street drugs like cocaine. It makes the drugs cheaper, more potent, addictive, and dangerous. Users of these different street drugs usually are not aware that fentanyl is in the substance that they are buying.
Hello, I'm Tommy G. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I spend much of my time diving into the underworld. Today, we take a look into the world of drugs and drug overdoses. America has more drug overdoses than any country on earth, by a lot. For the last few decades, we could point to crack, heroin, and meth as the usual suspects in this overdose tragedy. But in the last few years, a new drug has entered the scene to devastating effect: fentanyl.
Americans ages 18 to 45, the leading cause of death now isn't a car crash or a heart attack, it's a fentanyl overdose.
This is the single deadliest drug threat our nation has ever faced. Fentanyl overdoses kill more than 150 people each day.
Investigators seized nearly 35,000 fentanyl pills, more than $300,000 in cash, and a number of guns and vehicles.
300,000 fentanyl pills and 11 pounds of fentanyl powder vacuum sealed and stuffed inside the gas tank of an SUV.
Deputies in Alabama raced to save a 1-year-old who allegedly was overdosing on fentanyl.
Fentanyl killed over 73,000 people in 2022, making it by far the most fatal drug in our country. As far as I can tell, there are a few main reasons contributing to the rise of fentanyl. First, the supply. There seem to be no consequences for the Chinese manufacturers making the drug, and their Mexican cartel business partners have been wildly successful at taking advantage of our poorly defended borders. The next issue we face is how much of our illegal drug supply is now being cut with fentanyl. In the drug dealer world, this is referred to as being stomped on. After speaking with many drug dealers, I found that most dealers have no idea how much of their product has fentanyl cut into it. Lastly, it takes an insanely small dose of fentanyl to kill somebody. It's been reported that as little as 2 milligrams are a fatal dose. That's as big as a few grains of salt. The main focus of this documentary will be coming to understand fentanyl's journey to and through America, how it starts in China, how it goes through Mexico, the process of smuggling it across the border,
was narcotics stuffed inside a car engine that somehow was still running,
how local dealers move it, how it makes its way across the country through our very own postal service, and finally, the devastation it's causing in cities across the country. Folks, this is the journey of fentanyl through America. We head to the border town of Nogales, where we speak to a fentanyl dealer that can give us the ins and outs of how the drug is smuggled across the border. Here's what we learned.
These cars have been impounded by Border Patrol, and they're giving you a warning that there's fentanyl within these cars right now.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Aquí nomás.
Mi primera pregunta es ¿qué son las maneras o rutas que fentanyl llega a América?
Puedes ver las chaquetas aquí, se brinca, por aquí vienen los azules, mira, está al otro lado, ahí está un lookout, mira.
This dealer seemed really paranoid about Mexican cartel members wanting to snipe us or shoot us across the border. I don't know how much of it was nonsense, but he was getting me paranoid too.
I'm a little nervous right now. I'm gonna ask him about this, but there's snipers or shooters. Border Patrol warned us. Like,
guys in the south side, they don't give a shit about your channel. They want to make money. So if you're in their way,
we're not crossing.
Okay.
I'm a bit nervous.
The car that pulled in has a Sinaloa license plate.
Cuando fuimos caminando, ¿sientes ojos en nos?
Todo el mundo te está mirando, todo el mundo está trabajando. Ahorita la frontera, como viste, está caliente ahorita.
¿La cartel tiene poder en este lado de frontera?
Por todos lados está Chicago, Nueva York, tienen poder por todos lados.
Ellos tienen el poder a asesinato en Estados Unidos.
Sí, te pueden tirar balazos por la fence donde estábamos parados y tú pueden tirar balazos por ahí.
El primero ruta que fentanyl viene a Estados Unidos es por hombres que caminantes.
Sí.
Son las otras maneras.
Si no, a veces cruzan por el Río Grande. Ahí también pueden cruzar por la frontera con el carro.
Ellos capturaron.
Agarraron ese carro, como puedes ver.
Policía, Border Patrol.
Sí.
¿Qué piensas sobre esto?
No, pues nomás agarraron uno, van a ver más. Tumban uno, van a pasar 10.
¿Piensas que tienes un trabajo nervioso?
Sí, mucho nervioso. Aquí hay mucha gente de la frontera aquí, mucho Border Patrol, policías. Entonces todo el mundo se pone nervioso.
¿Qué es la castigada si tú estás caught?
Pues a uno lo mete por años, depende, 20 años, 15 años, depende de la persona que agarren, con qué te agarran. Todo depende. Ahorita hay mucho demanda ahorita para los azules, todo el mundo lo quiere en Chicago, Nueva York, los precios están subiendo de todo.
Para este trabajo necesita comunicar mucho con el cartel.
Sí, muchos se tienen que comunicar, por sacarles radio, no cell phone, nada de eso.
Tengo mucho miedo cuando pienso sobre cartel. ¿Qué es para tú?
El cartel no es mal, el cartel nomás quiere ayudar a gente, nomás queremos darle de comer a nuestra familia y es todo.
Hay muchas ciudades en Estados Unidos que afectan sobre los azules. ¿Qué sientes sobre esto?
No tienes que sentir como si nada, si nomás es trabajo, nos pagan y es todo.
¿Es peligroso para tú hablar conmigo?
Sí, es muy peligroso. Ahorita pueden tirar balazos de ahí, de la frontera por acá.
Es la verdad que millones de azules entra a la frontera todo el día.
Millones de pastillas pasan por la frontera, por carros, por venes, de todo.
Es la droga más popular a vender, like heroin nada más, crack nada más.
Fentanyl es número uno, azules son el número uno ahorita.
It's just interesting to hear it from the dealer perspective because everyone plays a little chain in the story. There's the Chinese chemist, there's the cargo ship operator that brings it over here, there's the guy at the port, there's the guy in the cartel that, hey, if he doesn't do it, maybe they get his family. There's a guy that brings it to the border, there's a guy that crosses the border, there's a guy that sells it to the border, and somehow ends up in the hands of the addict. We just talked to a guy that gets it over the border. Now we're gonna talk to a local dealer and see the differences in the game there.
I wanted to see how local street dealers were interacting with fentanyl, so we went to Tucson, Arizona at a very sketchy motel to hear it from the dealers themselves. Here's what they said.
Oh my gosh.
This place is sketch heaven, huh? How have you seen blues change the game?
Drastically. It was like $25, $30 like 5, 6 years ago. Now that shit $1, knocking everybody off. I got family members died from that shit.
If I buy $1,000 worth of fentanyl, how much can I flip that for if I'm selling it piece by piece?
Depending on how much you get your 1,000 pills for, times that by $1, I mean, $1 times 1,000 pills. Come here, G. I see people bang out 2 pills at a time. So it's like you figure they get dope sick every hour or so. They're doing at least 1 to 2 pills every hour to 2 hours. As soon as they go to sleep, they don't nod out, but they don't really go to sleep. They come back up right away. They'll come back up, they're gonna be morning.
People don't sleep much on fentanyl.
They be not at all. They be like this, they don't be sleep. You know what I mean? They'll be like that, but they'll be awake.
We got a presidential election coming up in 2024. Do you think the border and fentanyl should be at the top of the list for priorities for the next president?
These people want it, so it's gonna come down to the people. It don't matter who you vote for. But it's suburb kids too that die off the shit. They come to the hood and then they just, it's too much because their body's not immune to that, so they don't react the same. You feel me? Corner of one pill can be, get to the very end of that pill, that's the part that can. Now if you're popping the whole thing, you're putting it in your body all at once. Now if you're smoking it, you do it little, and you chill. Little, and you chill. It's not a whole just, boom. That's what's these people, it's because these kids is popping them.
You guys know that?
And it don't matter who we know, baby.
You guys ever feel bad for a customer?
I can't speak personally on that, but that's none of my business. Dog, that shit have people by the balls. Like, they have a whole different person, out of character. That's right. Going against family, going against loyalty, going against their morals. You can't help but to lose respect, dog. That shit's hard not to. Like, I know it ain't a damn thing that I do, so make them stop. That's their choice, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I know when they put it today, man.
So if you were the U.S. president, would you put pressure on China to say, hey, cut down on that shit being manufactured in your country?
I'm like a conspiracy theorist and all. Yeah, me too. I don't believe that. And they never gonna stop this big deal.
You think it's being made here?
Oh no, I know it's not being made here within the country.
Mexico?
Not everybody. Who knows the government ain't in on it too?
Where do you guys view yourself on the scale of good and evil?
Hard to go.
We're gonna take you guys to the next part of this journey in this fentanyl world. We hit the road to Phoenix to revisit the Zone. The Zone was one of the biggest homeless camps in America, but it recently got cleaned up by local law enforcement and the city after lots of angry Phoenix residents rallied together to get the homeless people off the streets. This is one of the hot spots of fentanyl in the country. Let's talk to the people on the street.
Fault? Is it the Chinese guy that's making it? Is it the Mexican guy that's selling it? Is it the dealer? Is it the user?
Chinese.
Can you tell people a little about your story and how you ended up on the street?
Man, I got to the street when my wife passed away.
How long ago was that?
When I got out of prison, about 7 years ago.
You got out of prison, your wife passed away.
Yeah.
Man, what's your drug of choice?
Spice.
Spice? That's a crazy one. I did spice when I was a teenager. How much does a spice habit cost a day?
About $5.
There's people that they pay their taxes and they're mad that it goes to homelessness and addiction and drug addiction. What do you think about that?
We work for it.
You pay your taxes? How do you pay your taxes?
By working.
What do you do?
A regular job.
When did you you notice it sweeping through the city or changing the city?
Like 4 years ago, maybe.
Do you think there should be harsher penalties for dealers? Do you think there should be more resources for the people addicted to it?
Resources for the people addicted to it.
Have you had any loved ones or any family members affected by fentanyl?
A lot.
And what is that like?
That's horrible. Sad. I was an addict too, but...
How did you shake it?
Just going to rehab.
Do you know people that have died from fentanyl?
Like probably like 30.
30 people?
Yeah, a lot.
How has it been being an employee where there's people on fentanyl all the time?
It's just kind of part of society. I don't know, it's pretty sad.
How many years did this go back?
Probably like the last 5 years.
Yeah? How bad has it gotten?
Really bad. The other day when I was going to the bathroom, there was like one of those pills on the floor and there's a little kid running around. It's just sad because he could have picked it up, you know. I'm just glad I found it before he did, you know.
We met both of you about 6-8 months ago. The zone was a completely different place.
The blues is ruining America and it's ruining, and that's why I say that shit. El Chapo, you feel me? They should have released him though. He told him, y'all don't release me, I'm gonna release the blue-eyed demon upon the world. They should have released him.
The first time we visited the zone was back in early part of 2023. This was our first time getting to see what fentanyl was doing to a city, and we wanted to learn more, but we had no idea where to look. Luckily, we met a resident of the zone who went by Miss Lady, and when she heard we were asking about fentanyl, she went around the corner to her dealer and came back with a handful of fentanyl and crystal meth. Here's how that conversation went.
I just buried my daughter last month.
Because of
From an accident overdose.
They said when you smell popcorn, that's when the blue is lit.
Sometimes.
Do you know anyone that can show us what it looks like?
What a blue looks like?
Yeah.
No, because ain't no one going to be brave enough. Oh, there you go.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
So that's fentanyl.
Yeah.
And how do you use like a
They
pill?
can smoke it.
No,
you can shoot
yourself.
So that's enough to overdose on?
Yeah.
And how much do they need to get high?
One hit.
Like how much is that? They're like a tiny little crumble?
Like a. It costs up to $30.
That one pill is $30.
Sometimes.
And how long does that last somebody?
Like 5 minutes. Okay, my daughter was a methamphetamine user. At Christmas, she told me that she wasn't getting high anymore off of the meth, so she switched to crack cocaine. Well, she got some bad shit. So on a Friday, she overdosed.
It was laced with fentanyl.
And that crack cocaine was laced with fentanyl.
I'm gonna take you guys to go contribute some fentanyl.
That all is for 20 bucks.
Yeah. I have a hookup. This many pills can get your sucked.
Are sucks a common currency around here?
I don't know your man. Any man wants his sucked.
So this is where I sleep at mostly, but it's really an extra space for people that might need it, like coming through or just need a spot for the night.
You welcome anybody or what?
Yeah, pretty much. That's
Have you ever said no to a guest?
No.
How long have you been here, ma'am?
8 months, I think. About as long as he's been here.
What do you think of this place?
It sucks.
How has it changed?
They wiped all the tents out, road by road.
The city of Phoenix cleaned out the final block of the zone.
There used to be over 1,000 people in this area. Where have they gone?
But most of them sheltered. A lot of them spread out through the city. Some of them still here.
Different motels and shelters?
Yeah.
How come you guys haven't joined them?
I was the last man standing. I just couldn't leave and be in a hotel with my friends here. It was still intense.
What impact has fentanyl had on the city?
Devastating. It's the city's worst nightmare. I stopped, thank God, that I almost died from it, to where now that was good enough for me not to do them no more.
Do you guys have loved ones, friends, family that have died from fentanyl?
I do, yes.
How many people do you think you've known that have died from fentanyl? 3
here and 1 was relative.
So who's to blame in this chain? There's the Chinese laboratory that makes them, and there's the end user, the addict. Who is to blame in that chain?
Ourselves.
If your family watches this, is there any message you'd have to them?
I'm okay. I don't like where I'm at, but this is what I'm living with right now, and this is where I'll be.
Do you have kids?
I do. I have 2, 130 and 135.
Is there anything in particular you'd say to them?
I still love y'all. I'm sorry you have to see me like this, but it's just a choice that I've made.
Hey guys, the experience was awesome. I think everybody that was here or will be here, I think it's a choice that they made. I don't think anybody forced to be here, and I'm definitely not. To my sons and to my ex-wife and them that worry about me and care about me. The last place I had, there was a fire. Everything was burned, but the only thing was left, a Bible and a pocket with the Bible, was still working and undamaged. and that was a light and my keys. And that gave me hope.
They're supplying pipes to people.
Pipes and syringes and everything else. It's a van, it pull up. So I don't understand that. Half of these motherfuckers gone because of that shit. I would believe. I would stay here too if I was an addict. The people that's here, they race to that van. The van here, the van here.
Like, my boyfriend been homeless since he been 11 years old. His mom was a piece of shit. When he came to the zone, like 3 years ago, he made a home for himself.
Do you know what kind of childhood trauma he experienced?
Abused by women. His mom used to let her homegirls sexually abuse him and things like that. She'll make him go commit crimes so she can get money and stuff like that.
Is there anyone, a specific person you have in mind that you would like to send a message to that might watch this?
I want to send a message to my kid. All three of them, but it's not easy here. But I know that fight, that I have to fight on my own. And when I get done, they will see my face. And for my auntie and my mama and Lexus, y'all can kiss my ass.
I had a good mom. My mom raised me in the church. She did a good job. I did wrong on my own. Yeah, I just went to jail because a friend of mine got shot, and they took me to jail because they said me and my boyfriend know who shot him, and that's why I got an ankle monitor. Now I gotta go do 4.5 years in prison.
You have to go do 4.5 years?
For a conspiracy theory on a murder, and I didn't do it.
You're guaranteed going to prison?
Oh yeah, but that's because my other charges.
Last time we were here, Joe's business was surrounded by people, so we're here to pay an old friend a visit and catch up with Joe, the sandwich shop owner. How are you doing?
Good.
Last time we were here about 8 months interviewing you, and the place was surrounded.
Right.
What's changed since we last talked to you?
The judge said, get out.
And what do you think about that?
See my smile? See your smile?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I really like to be safe. You know, to come to work and feel safe. Feel safe for my girls, but when I go shopping and I leave, I want them to be safe. And there's some crazy people that are high on drugs. So at least there's hope, and Lisa's been doing a great job.
So no more people pooping in front of your restaurant? That's gotta be a relief.
It's a miracle.
We're gonna tuck in and eat, and we'll see you guys in the next part of this journey. How much does it cost a day to keep the blues going?
I can do like 10 a day, but the more you smoke, the more serious it gets because the addiction gets stronger. And I have known certain people that could be sick up until 40 pills a day.
That's a lot of pills.
Yeah, you think they're overdose, but you know, your body adjusts to it.
How hard is it to find blues around here?
It's not hard, but you gotta keep coming up with the money.
How much does it cost for one dose, one hit?
Well, right now it's starting to cost like $3 a pill.
How long have you been doing fentanyl?
Not that long, just a year maybe.
By the city dropping off tinfoil and pipes to people, do you think that's helping or hurting addicts?
I think that it helps.
Yeah? How so?
Because you can maintain a certain amount of dignity with the cleanliness.
I was very curious to see how fentanyl was making its way around the country, so I met with a dealer that went by the name The Postman to see how he was using the U.S. Postal Service to send thousands of fentanyl pills to cities all around the country. This is what he had to say. So I'm Tommy, I'm here with...
What's up, man? This is the postman, the local postman.
One of the things that we're covering in this video is how fentanyl, the blue pill, makes it all around to American cities across the country. How many drugs do you think go through the post office every year?
It's easy to get at least about 1 million pills through. It all depends on who you go to and who is going through.
All right, let's see how this is done. So how long have you been in this business?
2 years.
Does it make you nervous?
It gets me nervous, but you know, a lot of people do this. You know, a lot of this pays the bill, so you know, people gotta do it. So you need your box like this. Usually you put a towel. Basically, you put it in there like this, and get your box. Product in hand, boats.
How much will you pick up, and how much do you send through the mail?
It depends on how many they need. These are 1,000. 1,000 is a boat.
1,000 pills?
Yes, 1,000 pills. So we can sell 5,000, 10,000. It all depends on the customer, what they're trying to receive.
So how much can you pick up 1,000 pills for?
You can get the pills anywhere from 900 for 5,000 to, you know, $6,000. It all depends who you are and where you're at.
You're basically a wholesaler.
Yes.
You don't have to go to the individual little customers. You just go to another big dog in another city.
Yep.
And what do you flip it for?
It depends where I'm at. If I'm in New York, out there they're selling for $60 each.
A pill?
a pill, $60 each a pill. So you could charge $10,000 for 5 of them.
On the flip side, there's people that are out in the street, their whole life is dedicated to fentanyl. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your impact?
We've talked to people out in the street. People don't want to quit. There's some people that rather do this. There's people that don't want to. There's some people that don't want to get no help. This is their way out. A lot of people say fentanyl's killing the streets. There's some people that'll tell you fentanyl's saving them.
So do you have any sort of moral anxiety about what you do?
No, not really.
We got it in a safety deposit box. So you send the key separately?
It depends. It's all on request. If the customer needs it, we will send the key. It's usually in the box. You can cover up the box just so it don't make no noise. Gets past the post office. You can dump your local shampoo. It's just like Walmart. Whatever they order, you send it. Just like this. What you do next is you go ahead and close it up.
I'm assuming you're not putting the dealer's address on the...
No, we use different addresses, different names. If he feels comfortable like that, we'll send it to his address, and now we'll get another address.
Is the biggest thing standing in your way a dog?
So much of this comes through the border that I'm not worried about a dog. If they take one box, guess what? 10 boxes made it there.
Do you know anything about the journey of fentanyl? Do you know from starting in China to going through Mexico, do you know anything about how it makes it through?
Usually they're saying a lot of people get it from China just to throw the U.S. off, but the way they make it in Mexico right now, they usually make it out in the fields, you know.
So what's the most you ever made in a week doing this?
I've made 100,000.
In a week?
In one day.
Is this through Cash App? Is this, how do you even get that kind of money?
Sometimes they can fly out here, come see you in person. They can send you the money, they can mail you the money. It all depends how they want to do it.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
A couple more times, you know, I'm trying to open up a lucrative business and get out of this, but...
It sounds like you're looking at it the way a local bar owner would, where if you serve the drinks, it's up to them what they want to do with them, and it's not necessarily your fault if they drink till they die or do the blues till they die. Is that kind of how you feel about it?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you could talk to the mother of someone that's out in the streets and they're worried about their son who's on fentanyl, what would you say to that mother?
I know a couple mothers that their kids been on fentanyl. It's not always about just selling it to them. Sometimes we try to help out too. But, you know, some of these people, they don't want no help. Man, they want to do this shit.
So basically if they're not buying it from you, they'll buy it from someone else.
Yeah, they're going to buy it from somebody else. I mean, might as well just go in my pocket. And you put the name and the address, you contact your customer, and it's on the way, buddy.
Like, it's really hard to make money. So when you think that you can spend about $1,000, send this through the mail, I guess it's easy to see why people are into it. We're gonna make it to the next stop of this story. We'll see you guys in the next scene. We head next to a city that's been particularly impacted by fentanyl. Baltimore. When you visit a city like this and talk to the dealers, talk to the people, you come to realize fentanyl is replacing crack and heroin. That's what the people are asking for, that's what the dealers are selling. But in Baltimore, they do something interesting. They mix the fentanyl with horse tranquilizer, making a drug called Trank. And that's where you see the people knotted out, swaying in the wind. It sort of makes a human zombie. Let's hit the streets and see it for ourselves.
Baltimore. Its official motto is the Charm City, but that can be hard to find. Drug use litters this place. A decade ago, heroin was the main killer. Now it's the powerful synthetic substance, fentanyl.
The reason I came out here was because I'm an addict. I'm originally from Carroll County, so it was easier to obtain drugs at a cheaper price. I was in treatment. I was living out Frederick at a place called Salad Ground. I was actually 2 years clean. I relapsed, so I came out here with the expectation to continue using.
How long ago was that you relapsed?
This was exactly April last year.
Damn, man.
I shoot up, right? Yeah. The only place I can actually go is in my neck. All my veins basically have collapsed or they don't work.
Does it feel like a hole that's almost impossible to get out of?
Oh, definitely. They're trying to like mask some kind of pain that they're bearing. For me, it was losing my 2 children. I lost them about 7 years ago. I signed off my parental rights so they'd have a good life. And I'm glad I did because I ended up going to jail for 2 years, pretty much.
I see you have different things on your skin. Is that from using?
These are scars right here. But like right here, that's from using drugs.
How much money do you need a day to survive?
I have a $12 a day habit.
How many times a day do you use?
Twice. I use right when I wake up in the morning. Usually I'll save something from the night previous. When you use, you stop feeling the euphoria from it, but you'll still get the call, meaning like you'll still feel that warm sensation, and it's just a temporary cushion of comfortability.
What's the most common drugs to be found around here?
Heroin and crack.
How'd you get to here?
Everybody that ends up here gets stranded here.
So do you feel stuck right now?
Almost.
How much money do I need to find drugs around here?
I don't know. It's if you can find find them. I mean, not everybody's friendly. It's common.
Is it dangerous being a woman out here?
100%. I've been in alleys. I've been held at gunpoint in alleys. I've been held hostage 3 times.
And in Baltimore, we meet with a man named Nick, an addiction specialist who literally spends his days walking into abandoned buildings looking for people struggling with addiction to invite into treatment and recovery. Let's talk to him and get his perspective on the matter.
What's the odds in staying clean for 30 days and what's the odds that they are able to get out of the hole that they're in?
I hit up like 300 some people. I'll probably get 2 to 3 people that actually go up off the streets into treatment. Wow. Some people will go in for a day or 2, you know, get antsy, leave. Some people will be in there 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. You can watch the whole spirit and being change. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching somebody go from being like Caterpie to Butterfree. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pokemon. Yeah, so.
For the next part of the journey, we head to San Francisco, and there's something different about San Francisco when we are there. Usually it is a complete madhouse, and it still is to an extent, but it was cleaned up because the week we went there was the week of APEC, which is the week that Asian leaders come to the table and talk business. In particular, Xi Jinping of China, and I think it's interesting that he has seen a cleaned up version of San Francisco, given that it's his Chinese export of fentanyl that's really wreaking havoc on the city. Let's check out San Francisco.
APEC will draw global leaders from 21 member economies. It's San Francisco's biggest international event in decades.
How you doing? Welcome to San Francisco, brother.
Thank you.
Our area right here in Soma and the Tenderloin really has not changed too much at all, besides the tents being removed. That really, the tents were the only thing.
Did this street used to be covered in tents?
This side of the street over there was covered with tents. I just think that a lot of it has to do with these nonprofits that are making money off of the homeless individuals. So instead of trying to fix the problem by getting them the substance abuse counseling that they need, they are actually enabling it to manage the problem so they can keep collecting their money. This individual right here is just asleep, nodded out on fentanyl most likely. A lot of these black bags that these individuals are carrying around, those black undiscreet bags, come from this place called the Harm Reduction, the Needle Exchange down on 6th Street. I'll show you guys. They give out a lot of utensils and paraphernalia to drug addicts that are struggling. It doesn't really help them. It's actually enabling them and keeping them in this cycle of using.
One thing we came to learn was that nonprofits in cities like San Francisco are handing out pipes, tinfoil, basically the entire kit you need to smoke fentanyl minus the fentanyl itself. And the question is that a good use of our tax dollar? Is that an appropriate solution to this problem?
If you went in there right now without the cameras, you could get whatever supplies you want. You should try that.
Needles and pipes.
You can, for free.
What is it like trying to run a business around here?
My business is adapted. I mean, as you saw, we don't let people in the store. It was a COVID precaution, so pushing people towards the front was a COVID thing. As we've adapted, it turns out to be a really effective way to keep people outside. So there's not a lot of theft. Now, my store has been burglarized. That doesn't keep you protected from being burglarized. Today, obviously, it's a nice clear day, right? So there's been a lot of impact with APEC. And my curiosity mainly lies with the city's inability to keep it clean for any long period of time.
Do you think taxpayer money that's giving out free pipes or free foils is enabling or helping?
It's ineffective. Yeah, it doesn't work. I think I'm past the point of anger. It's sad.
You know, you have so many fentanyl poisonings. Somebody is taking a pill. They think it's Percocet. They think it's Vicodin. They think it's Xanax or something like that.
You think that's from a mission or a shelter?
Correct. Yeah, that's from.
So someone left their food on the ground.
Correct. They'll get a couple trays and then they just don't even want to eat it. I know 3 people that have been poisoned by fentanyl, where they were either doing coke or they thought they were doing Percocets and it actually had fentanyl in it and them. It has gotten people looking just very debilitated.
My first reaction to seeing needles and pipes being handed out to people that are struggling with addiction by the nonprofits made me angry, but then I considered it from their point of view. According to San Francisco paper, The City Journal, in 2018, San Francisco's Department of Health distributed 4.5 million needles to the city's 22,000 drug users. Initially, I found it shocking that nonprofits would provide drug users with the tools to do the job. However, these harm reduction facilities play a large role in minimizing the side effects that come with illicit illicit drug use, especially with bloodborne illnesses like HIV and AIDS. A facility called Insight in Vancouver, Canada is one example of this. A 2011 study by the University of British Columbia found that this facility led to a 35% decrease in overdose deaths. One way to think about these harm reduction centers is similar to free condoms that many colleges provide on campus. You know the students are going to have sex, so you might as well stop them from unintended pregnancies. These nonprofits are using the same philosophy with the drug users. You know they're going to do it, you might as well make it clean and stop the spread of disease. Food for thought. Back to the video.
Hey fellas, is there a harm reduction site up here?
They give the needles and the tinfoil right on 6th Street, right?
I never been to that one.
Oh, okay, where do you go?
I go to 10th Street, 123 10th Street, and they give you like needles, bubbles.
But like that tin foil?
They give you foil, pipes, and needles.
This type of stuff is littered all over our city.
What is that?
These are individual cotton balls that they roll up for the addicts so they can draw the drugs up through it and filter it. This is the type of thing that our tax money is going to, and it's f***ing despicable, man. But this is it right here. The Harm Reduction Center program was going to be closed November 14th to 17th. Well, you guys just missed it. So when you go into this harm reduction site, do they give you help or do they just give you needles?
Here they got needles, they got
Let me see those. What are those, the easy touch ones?
They got needles, they got pipes and shit. They got, you know, wipes and shit. They got things you could need in the canisters. They have hygiene and shit.
How helpful is the clean needles to your life?
They're very helpful.
So we're shooting a documentary. We're just trying to figure out, as far as public health, what do you guys try to offer the services for the people that are out here?
I would refer you to talk to our medical director.
The thing that I find really odd is every time we talk to the people that are getting funded by the taxpayers, no one wants to talk about it at all. No one wants to be the one that says anything on camera.
I think that they would like to talk on camera, possibly. So you should
just set up and look at that.
What you just give her right there? What is that? Pipe?
Yeah.
Pipe?
Yeah.
That is absolutely wild that you would enable this individual when they are struggling with addiction that bad, that you'd give them a pipe like that. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. You're not helping the spread of any disease by giving a person a pipe. That is crazy.
It is amazing that you would give someone that is conversating with the air right now, you would give them the right materials to get it high again.
Yeah.
That seems
unethical in so many ways.
If you touch my shit up in here, I'm telling your little ass, you best to get the trucking.
You're living a very successful, happy life now, but at one time you were on the streets in the Tenderloin?
I was out here on the streets from here, San Jose to Stockton. And I used to be one of these guys out here selling drugs, doing drugs. Yeah. So I was a part of this lifestyle for almost 20 years. I went in and out of prison for 5 times. I couldn't stay out of the street for more than 90 days.
Really?
Yes.
Congratulations, brother. What was the pivot moment where you switched from, hey, I'm gonna be the prison guy and the street guy to the guy you are now?
It was in the cell on the level 4 yard in 2019 when I literally got transferred and I was kicking off all kinds of drugs, and I sat there and started hallucinating in a way where I was seeing myself basically dying, right? And if I continue on the process where I was at, I was gonna die, either OD or get 3 strikes. And I can literally see my family come.
I do get firearms, I send them across the border, make money for myself from that, other people make money from it. Today I'm going to discuss how guns are brought from the United States into Mexico.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way. So my mom was in jail, I needed to put food on the plate. I ended up selling it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it, so everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here where we were in chases every day.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
At what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years old.
We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
$9,700.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to that. Yes, it is.
The power Mexican cartels have accumulated is hard to fathom. With Jalisco New Generation Cartel and the Sinaloa Cartel leading the charge, these paramilitary crime syndicates have global reach. They are heavily armed, deeply connected, and absolutely ruthless. Specializing in drug trafficking, human smuggling, extortion, and more, these organizations pull in billions of dollars every year. And the United States plays a part in this because the ugly truth behind some of their power is American guns. Now, as Americans, we get mad about the fentanyl flooding across our border, but what about our guns that are flooding into Mexico? In this episode, we expose the pipeline, from cartel operators to US gun smugglers running thousands of firearms across the border to the law enforcement agents fighting to stem the flow. These folks are the players in this deadly supply chain of power and violence. And would you believe that some of our own three-letter agencies might be involved? This is the story of how American guns end up in the hands of Mexican cartels.
Good to meet you. Is it true that different people in the game are on the run right now?
Oh yeah, most of the people I know just either their people either got hit by, one of the three people that were going out there raiding people, or just had some shit happen, or some people didn't audited and they gotta go on the run. So Mexico is just the go-to right now. States are too hot. State troopers, border patrol up in Phoenix.
So do you have a fear that if you did a bad business transaction that someone would come looking for you?
I don't fear for my life at all in this situation, is because throughout this whole business, I've been clean business. I see myself as a way of just normal, civilian that's out here just trying to make money. So you're gonna have the gun itself, where the gun is, who's the one that's either gonna get it or who has it. I go buy that off that person at a price where I can make a profit for myself. I send someone into a store to go get something from me, and I have my people that I sell it to at a pretty good markup. They send it to one of their kind of workers, drivers, and just gets taken down to Mexico in like units.
So you don't physically drive across the border?
No.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. Because you're not just dealing with, legal issues, you're also dealing with territorial issues.
For those not familiar, the Sinaloa Cartel is one of Mexico's most feared and notorious drug cartels. It was led for years by El Chapo Guzman, a ruthless kingpin famous for running a global crime empire and escaping a Mexican prison in 2015 through a mile-long tunnel. He was recaptured in 2016 and extradited to the United States, where he's now being held in ADX Florence, America's most secure prison. He's locked up alongside people like infamous gang leader Larry Hoover and the Boston Marathon bomber. And with El Chapo behind bars, Sinaloa's future has never looked more uncertain. But make no mistake that from Chicago to California, Omaha to Phoenix, the Sinaloa reach is still quite powerful.
All right, folks, we have a sheriff pulling up from Pinal County. He's had a lot of experience in the field. We're gonna be interviewing him as well. You have the wildest collection of patches that I think I've ever seen. We interviewed a cartel member last night. What are the odds that he would be Sinaloa given the control they have in the area?
If he's not Sinaloa, then he's risking his life.
What's your process to do it?
It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way.
And are you physically driving it in a car, or do you have other people do that?
No, there's a chain of command and there's people that do that. You can go into a gun store right now and buy, your typical mini-me, something like that for $9 grand. But if it falls out the back of the truck, I can get it for $5.
Do you work for one primary cartel, or do you freelance amongst many?
Just one.
Is there any difference in how difficult it is to do business from the Biden administration to the Trump administration?
There might be a couple hiccups, but it's all business, it's all the same. Honestly, it's crazy. I can't imagine the border right now. People are scared to go across more than ever before. The risk and the paranoia of it, because some of this shit is they'll load your car up with 20 Glocks. And like imagine trying to drive across the border, like thinking that, and then if the X-ray's gonna pick you up, shit like that. I guess nerve-wracking, Like, once the border got tighter, things are hard to do. Get into America, you know what I mean?
Was it actually that easy with Biden as president?
I felt like there was a lot more things coming in.
Is it noticeably more difficult now that Trump is in office?
Yeah.
Under the Biden administration, it was a free flow of everything. The people have stopped coming across so much. I mean, we're way down. I think we were at about 7,000 to 12,000 a week, and we're at like 300 to 700 a week now.
At what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years. He was a paradise.
There was a study done by the U.S. government from the Government Accountability Office that found that 70% of firearms found in Mexico traced their roots to America. Does that surprise you?
That's probably lowballing it.
You think it might even be closer to 80, 90?
No, if anything, I feel like it would be a larger number.
Closer to 80, 90% maybe?
Yeah, probably closer to 90.
How much power do the cartels have in places like this, in Arizona?
On the American side, they are very smart businessmen, right? They don't, they're getting a little more overt about their stuff, but you just don't have a lot of in your face like you do in Mexico, right? We don't have rolling gun battles here. Sinaloa holds pretty good control of our state. They have not given it up, and they've been here a lot of years.
Are there people in America that are officially part of a cartel, or is that only if you live in Mexico?
It's going to stretch all over the world. We'll just put it that way.
It's very, very, very much like the Italian mafia. They are very family oriented. I can tell you from the Mexican side of my family. We have family gatherings all the time. We have carne asadas. We get together and play loteria, all this kind of stuff. The difference being when they go to work, it could be to go skin somebody alive that's their enemy, This road in particular is a major smuggling route, and I've had a lot of chases on this route.
And what road are we on right now?
We're on Stanfield Road. These mountaintops will have scouts on them. So all of these valleys out here can have routes where they are pushing people and product up, and they use those routes. The scouts guide the loads. When they get up here to kind of the civilization, that's when they'll hit these regular routes, blacktop routes, get on the freeway, shoot up into Phoenix, because Phoenix becomes the hub.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
Why is torture used so often amongst the cartels?
Pain is the best teacher.
So you're a runner, go to a gun store, get it, let's say it's me. If I get flagged, okay, that's a mission that went astray. If not, how often would you send a guy like me to get it again and again and again?
I mean, I've had people that, you wouldn't believe the number of stuff they got out under the name. It's really kind of strategic in a way, because the way the background checks work is it will show up as, either a pistol or a rifle. It doesn't go into the system as that specific firearm unless the ATF is flagged and involved. You could have someone go store to store, get 5 guns in their name, just one day, clean record, all that stuff.
But you have someone in your family that has died from gun violence in Mexico.
Yeah.
Do you blame the guys in America selling the guns?
I don't. I just blame the shooter, really.
How do you feel about being involved in a business that arms the cartel?
It sounds worse than it is in a way. I mean, you think about it is, what I'm doing is basically doing what larger corporate companies have done with other third world countries. Taliban has all guns made in the USA. What I do is I still make those people money. The big corporate, big gun industry still gets money from me, but I also make some money myself in a way by just doing what they're already doing, but on a smaller scale. Even if I stopped what I was doing, someone would just come and fill in for me. Might as well try to make my money that way, and it's something that's happening in a whole different country.
So gun smugglers will risk prison time for a few $1,000s of profit a month. But what about the big players in what some would call the military-industrial complex? Let's just look at the Russia-Ukraine war, for example. Lockheed Martin's stock hit an all-time high. Raytheon's production lines are going off the charts. Billions of dollars in weapons have flowed across the Ukraine border and across the European nations that are gearing up, looking to refill their arsenal in what has proven to be one of the biggest spending sprees in defense since the Cold War. Now this is where the gray area comes in. Is this right? Is this wrong? Because whether you look at Ukraine, Israel, Afghanistan, One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. I don't know the answer to all this, but what I do know as a tax-paying citizen is what I've gotten out of the deal are dead soldiers, civilians, destruction, a bad reputation globally, while these companies in the military-industrial complex have reaped the profits in the billions.
Well, I don't think the gun manufacturers make the guns to give to bad guys to like rape, pillage, and carnage their own countries. So I don't think that's a good way of looking at it.
What made you choose this job over anything else you could have done?
Honestly, the thrill of it in a way, and just a large interest in guns on my part. The money's there. I got lucky with, finding some people. Honestly, I think this is a lot morally acceptable than drugs, safer than drugs, less corrupt, less dangerous, If my mom was in jail, I need to put food on the plate. And then once people started offering me guns for product and tremendously no product, we were damn near getting a gun for free. That's really what changed my eyes, because of some kid who went and robbed the car and found this a gun in the car, and he was scared to have it at home. So he came to me and he said he didn't want that. He'd rather have a little bit of weed.
How much weed do you think you gave him?
Probably 7 grams. And that same night, I ended up selling it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it. So everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here, where we were in chases every day, load vehicles, stolen vehicles going south. So they would go to Phoenix. They could have a stolen vehicle out of West Phoenix down here within about 40 minutes. And so they would run stolen south. They would cross them over, because there's parts of the border just south of us that are just barbed wire fence like this. So they would cut that shit, drive across, and drive the stolen into Mexico, load it up with dope, and then drive it back northbound under the dark of night. And so we would be out here in night chases with them, going after blacked out vehicles, chasing them through the desert, trying to get them before they got to I-8. The scouts would all coordinate their movement. So we would have counter scout operations where us and Border Patrol would work together to try and take the scouts off the hills when we knew loads were coming, so that they were flying blind essentially. And then under the last presidential administration, it was so wide open that they didn't need any of that stuff. Nobody was stopping them. So, and there were so many of them that there was just a flood of people coming through, a flood of dope coming through. Border Patrol was tasked out in all these other areas. It was like Thermopylae for us, man. I mean, we were up against, tens of thousands of people, and it's really not even our job, right? The immigration piece is not the sheriff's job, but we were stuck with a lot of this stuff. Our military was essentially teaching other countries how to defend their country, right? And
guys, we got to cover some more cartel history, because American guns are not the only thing that the United States has contributed towards the rise and dominance of Mexican cartels. Let's take you back to the mid-90s to Fort Benning, Georgia at the School of Americas, where for decades and still today, this was a place where Latin American military forces were brought to practice skills in things like urban warfare, interrogation tactics, and psychological warfare. The School of Americas has since been renamed due to many former students committing various coups and human rights violations across Central and South America. Classes here are taught in Spanish and oftentimes led by U.S. Green Berets. One of the groups that was trained here was GAFE, one of Mexico's elite special forces groups whose job it was to raid high-value targets and combat narcotics operations. In the 90s, about 30 of the GAFE guys eventually defected from the Mexican military to work for the Gulf Cartel, which they later left to create their own and one of the most feared cartels of all time, Los Zetas. Now, the majority of scholars agree that this was not some CIA psyop on purpose, but rather an unintended consequence on the part of the United States. However, there are known cases of former special forces guys being put on cartel payroll to teach their soldiers and sicarios advanced tactics. Just food for thought as we look at the history of how some of these cartels came to be. What's been your biggest month in revenue so far?
I think the best run I had is I made $70K in 4 months.
How did that feel?
Amazing. I never felt that level of accomplishment before in my life.
Have you ever been visited by a 3-letter agency?
Allegedly.
How is that?
Pressuring, in a way. One of the things you want to do with that is you want to have them talk to you. Doing that, I was able to find out, in a way, what they knew about me. Where also I reflected where I went wrong, other factors, and how much they knew,
So you kind of stayed silent and let them talk?
Yeah.
this is the Obama solution here.
So someone could be camping out here and someone's hustling a load.
Yeah, and we've had that happen where there's been people out here either hunting or just camping for a weekend, and they'll have a stolen vehicle in the middle of a chase, or run right through their campsite and blasting up here to the interstate to get away from the cops. And so this whole area is kind of, again, just like the other area, all the high points, you're gonna have scouts. There's usually scouts on this hill, and there's scouts a little bit deeper in, and so they're watching over the valleys.
The cartel member we spoke with last night said that if drone strikes were taken against the cartel, we really escalated against them, there would be a ripple effect where they're gonna escalate the violence here and try and, do you see that as a potential chess move that really results badly for the American citizens?
No. If they just look historically at the U.S., they would understand that that's a really stupid statement to make. I think it was Japan that woke up the dragon, right? I don't think they understand what they're saying. Like, that's fine to say, and there's a lot of machismo in that. Like, hey, if you mess with me, you come after my family, I'll come after your family. That's all fun and good, but when you go to war on the U.S., that's a whole different level of fucking with us that we're not gonna put up with. And I don't think they understand the hate that would come their way if something like that were to happen.
Do you ever have sympathy for some of these guys that like, hey, while I don't agree with what you're doing, I get why you're in your own situation?
Yeah, man. Again, having a wife that's Mexican, there's some of her family that are involved in some of this stuff. I don't hate them. It's family, and they're doing what they think they need to do to get by. And again, it's all circumstantial, man. What you're facing in your life and how you're dealing with it, I definitely have sympathy for that. I don't think it's right for them to do what they're doing to get their money or to get ahead or whatever, but I can't fault them for trying to get ahead and do well for their family.
People, I think, in American media, like, it's almost like these guys are monsters. Like, are these guys just normal people in a way?
Yeah, they're normal guys and gals in the sense that, just like us standing here, we can sit and have a conversation. Now, in the right circumstances, would one of them kill me if they could? Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't get real personal. They're just trying to do their thing, and so it is what it is.
So you had to survive on your own from an early age?
Yeah, well, I have my sisters, really. It was really my sisters helping to hold it down. Once I seen the pressure put on them, it takes a toll on me, you know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest of 9. When my mom was locked up and my father passed away, you know what I'm saying? It was really just me and my siblings. And my older brothers don't have papers, they're in Mexico, you get me? And one of them already died. So it's just me and my sisters, and then I have a brother who really be on his own world. So I really had to either step in or step out. Once you get into this, the money is here, this is really what makes you, a little bit as that extra, especially now in this society where the bills take up everything, all the money you make, every job you have, every dollar you make is gonna go to a bill. You get me? At least now right here, I'm able to feed my family, pay my bills, and still, go have some fun.
Are a lot of these guys balling off of this?
If we were to catch a group right now, they look like hammered dog shit, man. They just beat up because they've been hiking for 4 or 5 days through the mountains. A lot of times they're drinking a concoction of meth and fentanyl and cocaine, and so they're all wired up, not feeling shit. Rattlers and stray bullets will get you every time. So you can see there's kind of a depression here and kind of bushes and stuff like that. And you can see how the grass is kind of beat down, which means there's been people in here. And then you'll start seeing the black bottles that's traditionally smuggler trash. They carry the black bottles with water all the way up from Mexico. There's parts in Mexico where they're buying all this stuff. They're buying the camouflage, they're buying the black bottles.
And what goes in the black bottles?
Water. They black them out so that they're not shiny, visible. And so you'll see them kind of scattered throughout here. You should start seeing some of the clothing and stuff. So they've, by the time they get to this point, they've already been backpacking for 4 or 5 days up from Mexico. Then they get here, and this is kind of their final staging point where they will kind of hang out and wait for a ride to come get them. And so typically speaking, this is where they kind of discard their clothing, discard any trash that they have, and jump in their ride and go. So they'll get in this little cut here, and you can kind of see from the grass pressed down, they'll just get in here, rest, and wait for their ride to come get them. And I mean, we're 10 yards off of Interstate 8, and so car will pull up, give a signal, they'll jump out of this spot, go load into the car real quick, and then they're off and running. One thing they did start doing too is when they know that we are onto them because of the stuff they're leaving behind, they would start collecting it all into a trash bag or whatever, and then they would have one person take it off 100 couple yards away so that it didn't give away their position as much.
Do you have any opinion of the new Mexican president, Sheinbaum? Like, has she changed things at all with how you guys do business?
Money talks.
So it's business as usual. Mexico officials are being paid off, police forces are getting paid off, and business keeps going?
Yeah.
How hard is it to bribe a police officer?
Here?
Well, yeah, I guess compare America and Mexico.
That's the same.
You can bribe people here?
Oh, yeah.
What percent of cops in border towns in Arizona would you say are in some ways paid off?
At least 3/4.
At least 3/4?
Oh, yeah.
And how much does it cost to buy a cop?
It just depends. If it's a one-time thing, you throw them a couple grand. And if it's an ongoing thing, you put them on the salary, you give them, 3 or 4 grand a month.
There's really that many American cops on payroll like that? We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that. I know from the years that I've worked that we've had compromised Border Patrol agents, we've had compromised officers. So same thing, they make a lucrative offer to somebody who is not making very much money, and people compromise their integrity for that. And
have you ever had to fire somebody because you caught them doing that?
Yep, we worked a case when I was working undercover. We had one of our guys that was involved, and we had to work a case on him and ultimately arrested him with the help of the FBI.
Now, I'm going to throw out the number he said, which I think is kind of crazy, but I want your take on it.
Right.
He said, about 60-70% of the Border Patrol and cops.
He's full of shit. Not on the U.S. side. The Mexico cops are more easily compromised, and on that side, it is the threat of violence, because way back when we talked to a compromised Mexico police officer, and he told us it was as simple as this. I was trying to be a good local cop. I was just watching traffic, and I was stopping speeders, and I got blocked in by 2 vehicles, and a guy gets in the passenger side, and he said, "Hey, you know who I am?" And he said, I knew who he was. He was a local cartel boss, and he said, "Hey, we want you to work for us. All you have to do is not be on this road from these times to these times," right? And the guy said, "No, I'm not. I'm an upstanding citizen. I'm not part of your crew, none of that crap." They said, "Okay, here's a picture of your wife and family, and we have eyes on them right now. And you basically have 60 seconds to make your choice, whether you're with us or against us. And if you're against us, then your family's gonna pay the price, right?" And so all I had to do was not watch this road and keep my family alive. And so it wasn't much money at all, dude. You're talking a couple grand, and for that particular time, right? We think that he had done it more than that, but you're talking a couple grand is what he had compromised himself for.
I couldn't believe and didn't quite buy the numbers that many U.S. Border Patrol agents or U.S. cops were bought and paid for by the Mexican cartels. So I called another Sinaloa contact of mine to see if he could add some insight on those numbers. Here's what he said. Would you agree with the stat, 60 to 70% of them?
I would say like 80%. What? They either want drugs or money. Some of them don't even have a choice. If you say no to the amount of money, like food, you don't have a choice. You feel me? We control you. I have a couple of them that go pick up my people and pass them over. You feel me? All you have to do is follow instructions.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
A week, $9,500. But remember, some of them would get a kilo, some of them want some kilos, some of them want some yellow, you feel me? So some of them want money, so some of them drugs.
Even after talking to this guy, I still doubt those numbers. I feel like these guys only come in contact with Border Patrol agents that are corrupted, so in their view, all of them are. But I just can't believe that the majority of Border Patrol agents are bought. I just don't think it's true. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
What you make in a day here is what you make in a month over there. My brothers live off $150 a month, USD. Let that sink in. I can make that in one cell, one gun transaction. You get me? I can make way more than that in one gun transaction and send that over right there.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to 1,000.
1,000 guns?
Close to 1,000.
The cartel guy we spoke to last night claimed that in a typical month, he might be able to get 1,000 guns across the border. Do you think that's credible?
Yeah, that's absolutely credible.
Is it even possible that he's downplaying it?
Probably, yeah, because he's not wanting to get his bosses in trouble.
So you have a few runners daily going?
Yeah.
Is it with Border Patrol too? You can buy off Border Patrol?
Oh, definitely.
So like, do you have to, because obviously you don't just stroll up there and ask, like, do you have to meet him at a bar? Do you have to, like, how do you initiate this?
They're sent to train.
What does that mean?
They're sent to the academy.
Tell me about the clashes going on right now. Are things fairly stable, or is there a lot of battles happening?
No, right. I mean, there's always going to be, you know, a tug of war between powers. It goes through its dormant times. Right now it's active.
The danger he's speaking of refers to the war currently happening within the Sinaloa cartel. Since El Chapo's imprisonment in 2017, the group has splintered, with two main factions now holding power. One is led by El Mayo, a co-founder of Sinaloa and some say El Chapo's equal. The other is Los Chapitos, led by El Chapo's sons, known for being younger, flashier, and more aggressive. Their turf war has triggered waves of violence, including this recent story detailing the deaths of dozens of teens in Mexico. And from what I've heard from sources close to the action, this fighting is not expected to end anytime soon.
What attracted you to this lifestyle?
Honestly, the adrenaline.
Is it terrifying working for a cartel?
Stressful, not terrifying.
So as long as you follow the rules and kind of do honest business, you're kind of in good standing, there's nothing to worry about?
Yeah, you know, you do business as a man.
The one thing I wanted to fact check on to see if you had a perspective on is Trump's claim that the majority of people coming over are murderers and rapists. In my boots on the ground journalism, I found out most of the people are just looking for a factory job, fast food job. Right. They're not a murderer. Do you feel like that rhetoric was accurate or a little overblown?
I would say that depends on the area, dude. Because like this area right now, we see military-aged males all camoed out, moving up, and those males are all at that ripe gangster age. And a lot of them, when we jump the groups, they are gang members. So if you're talking this area, absolutely, he's absolutely right. This is Thugville out here, man. It's all gangsters, cartel members, guys that are trying to fly under the radar. You'll have a few good people mixed in with that are really just looking for a better life. The other problem that we saw here in Arizona was a lot of these military-age males, when they got to the border and got across into the U.S., they immediately discarded their passports, any IDs, anything like that. They got rid of them, burned them, whatever they could do with them. Why the hell are you going to get rid of your ID if you're not up to something nefarious?
So it did seem sinister.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you're in this, is it possible to leave, or are you pretty much in it for, for life?
You can step away. Easiest way to put it, you're a reservist at that point. As long as all your corners are covered, you turn into a reservist. So if you're needed and you're called up, you better show up.
How dangerous is it for you to even do this interview?
I'm risking a lot doing this. I'll put it that way, I'm risking my life. Let's just say that.
And folks, for all the readers out there, get this book. I got the link in the description. If you want to learn more about real boots on the ground law enforcement experience, I recommend you get it. Links in the description.
Power and legends of the Mexican cartels have long fascinated me, and it's my goal to cover the story in Mexico one day if I can find the right contacts to do this safely. Email